Welcome in on this Thursday afternoon. Why are you looking like that, Scrape? I think I sound just fine.
Good. I didn't have my headphones on.
Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello. Hello, sir.
Hey, welcome to town. It's today's Christmas for me in August.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Day. Tony put out the draft order.
Oh, my goodness.
Fantasy football draft. I've been doing mock drafts all morning. Scrape, I'm a happy guy.
He was literally.
I'm a happy guy.
I thought he was joking when he said it during the roundtable, and I happened to look down at his phone.
I was really doing
a draft. Literally doing a draft as we were starting the roundtable.
Yeah, I had to put it away. I couldn't quite keep up.
I can't do it. I can't do the fantasy football guy thing.
You know what? Don't do it then. How about that? We could get people to take your spot.
I know you can. I'm not even in the text group, so.
Well, I mean,
yeah, and the bill will come due. Don't think I won't come collect. I will have you in.
Wait, does he still owe from last year?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
No, he paid up from last year. But when the time comes, I put everybody in the same text chain and we put check marks, so everybody gets to see who is paid and who is holding up the payday at the end.
Holding up the process.
And
Tony loves that part.
Well, here's the funny thing. Why does it bother you that I enjoy doing a mock draft? What does that even have to do with you?
It's because you do it during the show.
I am not doing anything at all during the show.
You were just doing one during the round table.
Yeah, but not this show.
So you know that you're going to do it's an obsession of Chris's. It's an addiction.
Well, I enjoy it. Why is that bad?
Because doing 1,000 mock drafts,
he doesn't like people that enjoy something.
He's a Grinch.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Oh, you're telling me
he doesn't like
I'm the Grinch?
You don't like the fact that there's something out there that I enjoy doing. So that bothers you. So
I think that's the answer. Camera.
That's the answer. Anyway, it's like Christmas.
Wow.
Thank you,
close.
Thank you, Tony Gwynn Jr.
I'm gonna fix it in the break.
Okay,
we're all excited. The draft is upon us. Is there still a baseball season we got to finish up?
There is. We are down to what 34 games, I believe.
Isn't that crazy?
34.
Which is one of two things. It's either seems like just a very little amount, or it's like, you mean we've been playing all this time and there's still 34 games left?
Yeah, I see it.
Which way?
The first one.
Oh,
the first
okay.
one. Yeah,
like you're close to the finish line.
It's crazy that we have played that many games and we only have this many left.
Yeah, right. Here we are. And
big week though for the Pods. I think we kind of went over this. You guys will get a chance to hear the round table in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We can't call it that anymore. You have to check with Jaden Daniels as to whether or not you're allowed to call it the 5 o'clock hour.
We need to have that conversation because we have not been able to discuss
No,
this.
you haven't been able to. We decided to join with everyone else on Earth now.
We felt
that
like
is giving him a hard time.
We'll do it.
I think I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then there you go. So it's
sorry.
So the final hour will be the round table today. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But big week for the Padres. Big homestand, I should say. They go 3-3 on that road trip. I thought, as I said, as you'll hear me say later, I thought they smoked off 2 games in New York.
They did. They had to feel that way, right?
They had. I would think so.
Yeah.
Especially the last one. I mean, if Song completes that double, they get that double play, they come back. That's for at least the tie ball game in the 9th.
All I wanted, we were joking, honestly, and this is seriously joking, but Adam and I were joking. They should have sent Austin Hayes up there at the last at bat and said, whatever you do, don't swing. Pretend it's like Little League. You either walk or strike out, because all we really want is for Fernando to bat there.
Yeah.
And the double play obviously took us out, and that was a really frustrating game yesterday in so many different ways. I felt like I don't think the New York Mets pitching staff in whole was ever ahead on account almost the whole day. It was 3-0, 3-1. The Padres looked like they were just ready to pounce, and it just never happened. So, and I feel bad that Song made that because he was rushing it. He didn't, if he didn't have to rush it, but it's about the only bad play I've seen him make all year.
First mistake I could think of.
So it's kind of hard to be too critical of it.
It just comes at like a terrible time.
Came at a bad time, but
but outside of that, got the Pirates coming to town. Or they come here after
Twinkies,
the Twins,
who
are playing some good baseball. Now, that being said, the Guardians were playing good baseball before.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
The American League is just not strong outside of the the top tier teams.
You don't
right?
want to look past anybody ever,
No.
but I pointed it out. The Rockies, honestly, the worst team in they have a winning record against the American League. So that tells you where the American League is this year. But I think you're right, Tony, about the home games meaning a lot. And if you look at the standings right now, the Padres are 31-34 on the road. The Diamondbacks are 31-34 on the road. Both the exact same. So to me, it's going to come down to how you do at home. Of course, the Padres get the last 3 at home against Arizona. But you need to make hay at home. Yeah. And I don't like to say 5-1 because I think that's just hard to do. To me, I just say 1-0, get that first one and get the ball rolling tomorrow night and take it from there. So
I was more upset that they let Robert Stock make them look bad. And Robert Stock, if people don't remember, I'm being really mean to the guy. He's more of like, to me, a gimmick pitcher. Like, he wants to throw 106. He wants to throw like a gyro ball, and that's cool and everything, but he's on a major league mound. You cannot let that guy beat you.
You're wrong. Bear misinformation. Tony will agree with me. He wasn't on the mound yesterday.
He sure wasn't. He was not.
He was never on the mound.
That
was part of the issue with him.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I know. Tony will tell you.
He was playing on the line of being engaged with the rubber and not being engaged. He was all the way on the third base side.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I don't know if the Mets, I don't know if this has been an issue when he has pitched.
But because the Mets
teams,
put it on their television
the Mets
broadcast.
had it on their broadcast. And I'm looking, I was like, his foot is not touching the rubber at all.
And that's illegal.
Padres had alerted the umpires about it. There was conversation about it, but they deemed it not.
It didn't lead anywhere.
But he was certainly using it. That you could tell that the angle he was creating was giving the Padres a little bit of issue.
Because he wasn't standing in front of the rubber by a little bit, which some guys maybe you think are trying to get an advantage, be closer to home plate. He was wide of the rubber.
It was both.
Okay, he was like throwing, almost shaking hands with the third baseman because he was too far over off the rubber. So his ball was coming in at a different angle.
Yeah.
So I can understand how that could be an issue.
It was they definitely let him off the hook there early when he was walking guys. And that was part of it, right? That's part of them, not taking advantage. And then, but listen, I think all in all, you take the 3-3.
You take the 3-3.
You come home, and now you get to work. This team's coming off of a 5-1 homestand.
Yeah, let's do it
the
again.
Previous one. So they got to keep it up. But right now, the best part of the ball club is their starting rotation. And tomorrow they haven't named a starter. I believe it's Vasquez's spot in the rotation.
Right. Last time it was his spot. They went with an opener actually before he came in. I don't even think you, Tony, unless you read Kevin Acey's newsletter, which Scraby now has me doing on a regular basis.
I've been telling this guy about this newsletter for like 7 years.
Newsletter.
It's got some good stuff.
For 7 years, and then he started reading it like the last 3 weeks.
I finally came around.
Can't stop talking about it.
But, well, here's why, because it underscores what Tony just said. Their starting pitching has been great. They currently, and this doesn't sound like much, but they have thrown 4 consecutive quality starts.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Buehler, King, Mize, Robbie Ray, all 4 quality starts. Now you say, well, that didn't sound like much. The last time the Padres did that was May of last year.
Yeah.
Not this year, last year. And we talked about this. I thought Brian Lawrence was in last week, Tony, when you were on the road in the roundtable. He did a great job. I'll be honest with you. I hope he comes on the show again because he was really, really good.
Vilo's good, man.
He was. But what he said is he thinks the big key the last month and a half is the starters pitching enough so that the bullpen can be the bullpen.
Right.
And right now, if you get a quality start like this, that is going to allow the bullpen to be the bullpen.
Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
And those 4 consecutive 6-inning starts,
right?
Padres go 2-2.
Yeah, right. You'd like to win them.
You got to win those.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
But either way, it sets up the bullpen, regardless of how it goes.
As long as the bullpen is healthy and happy and has some energy, you feel good. Like, to me, that was a terrible game for Morejon the other night. Because 2 guys got on base, that was like a bad outing. It seemed like so. Yeah. That's really important, and I give the starters are doing the job right now, and so that bodes well.
Yeah, that bodes very well. Toddy obviously was the show.
Was he just? How much of the talk of New York was that, Tony? His tour de force.
I tell you,
it was
what,
one of the best games any player's ever had.
I hate to tell you, that young man's timing for having these moments.
Yeah,
there are very, very few people who.
You think if he did that on a Wednesday in Cincinnati, it would have been that big of a deal?
I mean, it wouldn't have been as big a deal.
Yeah, right.
That's
as
for
big.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just he picks like the perfect times. He's in New York. I mean, Padres, based on how the first and last game, they could have got swept if he doesn't play.
He drove in half the runs in the series.
He drove in almost all of the runs on what was that? Tuesday.
Yeah.
He saved 4. He was like a +8 on the day if they had plus minus for one player.
It's so funny that
he wants to bring. He's been dying for this because he got really angry about it.
I got really angry at Sam about this because Sam was on the postgame show saying he was a ± of 7 because he drove in 3 runs and he took away 4 runs.
Right.
And so he was like, "Oh, no one thinks this is a good idea." And I was like, "This is a great idea, Sam." So he dismisses it, goes into Craig Stammen's postgame. And then Craig Stammen said the same exact thing.
+7.
And
that
ever
was a
since,
+7, yeah.
people are saying the ± thing. So, and Sam never addressed it on the air.
First of all, it's only fun doing plus-minus if a dude is doing
all
those
things.
things.
It doesn't come into play very often.
It doesn't come into play
next time.
But that is how crazy of a game
I guess he was a +2 yesterday because he drove in a run and threw out a runner at the plate.
Right.
If you want to do that.
Right.
Now, he had a great series. And, I mean, I don't know what the reaction was live. I do know – I mean, Scraby's, saving your call for prosperity.
I have it right here. I
haven't heard it yet.
Oh my goodness. Okay, when I go, when you said the Washington's no longer going to be the Redskins, and I went,
yes, I do.
I now have competition. Okay, that's that. But now there's competition from Tony on the save.
Yeah, we're gonna start, and I'll come back to it.
Here's the 1-0. Lindor hits it in the air, deep down the right field line. Fernando all the way into the corner. At the wall, leaps up, and did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did. What a play!
This is my favorite part.
At the wall.
I mean,
I'm so happy I have some competition now.
I love this because you can tell that your brain broke.
Well, it did. It was just a reaction. That's all it was.
Explained, on the round table, you
were the only guy who really saw it right away.
His hat threw me for a loop for like a half a second. Like I thought he spiked his hat. His hat just came flying off.
It was just perfectly cool,
right? And so that thing that was part of my brain, like trying to process. Wait. He didn't throw his hat down, did he?
It was an amazing catch. I've watched it so many times. I love watching all the Mets fans because they're like, I can't believe he just caught that, and I can't believe the grand slams off the board.
It was like a rise of tension, and then it was like, oh.
50,000 people had the balloon air go out. The other thing about the play that I don't know that's being talked about enough, Tony, and I'll let you address it as an outfielder. It's one thing to me if he was standing there, he had gotten to the fence, stands there, times his leap, jumps up and catches it. That's hard. But what he did to me was catch it on the run and leap at the fence. Am I right, or did he ever get stationary? It looked like he still was moving over a little bit and leaping at the same time.
This one is very reminiscent of the one he had here, where he didn't have time to really set, and it's probably better because that wall is high. You kind of need,
so you want to be on the move.
You're right, and I think in both cases it's a 1 foot jump for him, and I think for most athletes, you jump higher off of 1 than you do off of a 2 foot gap.
Yeah, I'd say that's all right.
And so I think it was, again, a lot of these plays are part athletic, part instinct, but part just like everything lines up. The right trajectory of the ball, the right part of the stadium.
You arrive at the right moment.
It's just perfect. It's just perfect. As I said, the dude has a sense for those type of things, man.
Yeah. I just wish I was as cool as Fernando for at least like 10 seconds.
You didn't wish you were as cool as him, nor did too many people wish they were as cool as him in May and June.
I still would have swapped a.
You would have still gone for it.
Swapped life for a couple hours.
Smart man.
I think I would have done that just to see what it was like.
I honestly do remember the day here. It was an afternoon, maybe Thursday game, and I think he hit one right to the fence. He thought he got all of it, and the guy hauled it in, and he went back to the dugout, and he was fit to be tied. You could just tell. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where you really can't say anything. You just have to let the guy be in his own moment.
How tall is that
I mean,
wall?
he had to get a little low there at some point, but he fought through it, and that's to his credit.
I think the moment he stopped caring about hitting homers is when it all changed.
Probably.
I mean, he has been a good hitter for, the better part of since June. And it just took a while for the homers to start to come flowing the way they have here recently. But I think he's been swinging. I mean, he's hitting almost 290 at this point, 280 right now.
Yeah, he's 280.
290 may not sound like an incredible number.
Shoot.
There's only 5 guys in the majors shooting over 300
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. He's hitting.
So 290, he's almost close to winning the batting title right now.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the power has come, but he's been raking for quite some time now. And it's nice to see it all coming together. Most importantly, right at the right time as the Padres start to hit this home stretch. Padres will, or at least are scheduled to see Skeens in this next go-around. Anybody is excited to see him this time
It's his
around?
first time he's ever pitched here. It's not the real Skeens at the moment.
It's so funny, right? Like, everybody's thinking to themselves, like, man, he's not even like pitching like his normal self. But I mean, do you really want him to be pitching like his normal self against the Padres?
No, you'd rather him continue throwing 4 or 5 miles underneath what he normally does.
Right. I mean, so in some ways, it's like
that's the Tuesday game. I mean, his ERA is over 5 for the last 19 starts. And
I think they gave him some
crazy.
extra rest before this last go around, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm worried about Skeens, not Tuesday, but beyond. I just wonder if he can get it back. I still worry about Mizorowski every time I see him go out there. I just don't think the body is designed to throw that hard that many times. Yeah. And I hope for Skeens' sake and for Mizorowski, they're able to keep it going because they're good for the game. I don't want to face these guys, but they're good for the game.
For sure.
So,
all right, let's get the break. Marcelo Balboa will join us later on in the 2:00 hour. Talk a little SDFC coming off of a tough 3-1 loss to Portland. Ethan Salas turning some heads down in the 3A. Prospects of him maybe showing up. We'll get into that along with everything else. We're Gwynn and Chris.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Fulls.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Scraby, has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass this.
For the winners.
Yeah,
of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
this is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All right,
this?
here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He does.
for those
This is-
listening.
This is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
all right.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They
Scraby,
both did it.
did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see it.
Tasty.
I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am. Are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there. The competition's all about.
We always said
spoonful
that.
too.
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon, no double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Bowles
it.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
no,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing at drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is back
All right.
to.
College
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
hold on.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't
check.
be able to catch
I
you.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I gotta
Scraby,
tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, because
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
he's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The time
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
He's
going
taking
for
that
it.
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop.
trash now.
Well, he
I
should
haven't had a
be.
sip of milk or
He
bread.
hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to you got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You don't want
Look at-
Adam
look
to
at-
say
He,
he
by
has
the way,
wing sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in
Just
there.
keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Woo, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam hasn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug-
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Amy's
son
now
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going to the
go
bed.
get
Bed, yeah, you know,
assistance.
Here's what
Frank-
the milk do. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
Yeah,
said
you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
problem. Sorry. Here we go.
I knew it.
Yeah. The draft is coming up, baby. All right, welcome back to Gwynn and Chris.
See, Tony, this is what I deal with
222 is
on
the
a
time.
daily
I'm just going to
basis.
move. I'm going to forge right
on a
on
daily
here.
basis.
I really am. Forging
right
on.
on.
We're underway. We're rolling. Marcelo Balboa talking some soccer, some other football in the bottom of the hour. A couple of good baseball games today, including a wild finish in Cincinnati where I guess it was five. What was it? 5-4 Reds.
I'm sorry. I
Yes, sorry.
I
Go.
can't give. Scraby was defending. He said earlier about
It wasn't a sun ball?
No.
Oh.
Just dropped the
He
ball.
just dropped.
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I was just assuming it was a sun ball because it's such a bad drop.
No.
Yeah, 5-4 Reds were 1 out away from victory. Fly ball to center. Dane Myers, I believe, out there for the Reds, dropped it. 2 runs scored, 6-5 Cardinals. Then they scored 4 more to go up 10-5. But the Reds came back, got 4 in the bottom of the 9th, and then loaded the bases. Matt McClain, who had earlier hit a grand slam, nearly hit another one, and it was caught at the wall. Cardinals win it 10-9.
That is a crazy ending.
That's a
to
crazy game. Yeah, and so with that, the Cardinals creep a little closer, by the way, to the Padres in this wild card. You know, we're looking at the Diamondbacks a game back. Cardinals are next on the list, 2.5 back. So, you know, suffice to say, to me, like, you don't worry about all the other teams, right? You just got to win your game,
Yeah.
and then the standings will take care. Now, the Phillies have won 6 in a row, so they've gone 2 up on the Padres, but I haven't given up the chase of them at all. You know, they could go back into a little of a skid here, but good streak for the Phillies. So the Padres are in the 6th spot right now.
That's exactly why you have to just worry about yourself, because on one hand, the Phillies
Right.
could be winning 6 straight. On the other hand, the Diamondbacks could have lost 3, and you just got to take care of your business. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And we thought that they would take 86 wins. I remember everyone kind of seemingly agreeing on that. And at the time, they were going to have to play really, really good to get to 86. Well, now they would have to go 18-16 is all to get to 86. So now I'm going to revise that and say, let's get to 88, because 18-16 seems very doable. But again, it's just going to come down to, taking care of the business at home. Starts tomorrow. The Twins, by the way, this is a possible World Series preview, guys. because the
Padres
Twins are the American League 6th seed right now. So, they're 63 and 65, but that's good enough
I don't think that's
to get the final spot in the American League.
No offense, I don't think that's how MLB wants to go out the end of the season with
In
the
the
Twins
season-
playing the Pods.
Well, you look it up, but when I think it was the Philly. Who did the Phillies play that one year when they beat the Padres?
they played
after that.
They played
the
Diamond-
Astros.
They played the Astros. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that was it. Maybe the next year, the Diamondbacks and Rangers. I think they might have both been number 6s that year, or 4 and a 6, a 5 and a 6, something like that. Crazy things can happen in the playoffs. We definitely know that
For sure.
All right, Brewers won today, 7-4, beat the Mariners. That was a weird series, 22-0. Tony, what do you do if you're Julio Rodriguez? Now it's 19-0. If you're ever going to throw the ball and have a brain cramp, I guess 19-0 would be the time. But where would you go when you got back in the dugout after throwing the ball in the stands with 2 outs? You got to get back in there.
You're not going nowhere. You got to go sit on the bench and just wear.
Not going nowhere.
You can't. I think going to hide looks worse. So
catching a cab out of there is not going to work at that point.
You threw the ball up there. You got lost. You lost track of the outs. It happens.
Well,
I don't know that everybody throws the ball in the stands, but you definitely guys lose track of outs.
Yeah, it does happen.
And so you just gotta own it. Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Larry Walker did it once at Dodger Stadium,
Yeah,
but he
did.
handed the ball to the fan, and then he ran back over and got it back.
The boy gave it back to him.
The poor kid. I don't wonder if the kid ever really got a ball on that one.
In 2026, that kid is not handing that ball back.
Yeah. Well, look what happened to Betts in the World Series a couple years ago, trying to catch the fly ball,
trying to take his arm off.
So
I forgot all about those guys. Those
fans
guys
are a little bit
so cool that day too.
Fans are a little bit tougher to get the ball back. PCA has been continuing his exploits. Tony hits the leadoff homer, then walk-off homer in the same game the other night, then homers in the next game. They keep saying it's between him and Ohtani.
Tony's thrusting right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be thrusting anymore. I'll let you guys. Tony's got some rrhythm. I certainly don't.
I mean,
but,
he's PCA. He's doing it too much because he's doing some great things.
Well, he's thrusting on every at bat now because he's always doing something. But why is Ohtani really in the running with him for MVP?
People seem to think so.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, Ohtani's having a year, 30 home runs for him, but that's pretty pedestrian.
I think he still pitches though.
And I know. Yeah, I know. So, but when does this end? Does Ohtani just get to be the MVP forever?
We talked about this. I said this last year. I was like, this is if that is going to be the standard,
then no one else is in it.
It's a wrap. Every year. Right. He could just have a mediocre pitching year if he wanted, but he's not. I mean,
he's there's no doubt he's great, but I think and I'm the most critical PCA guy, but PCA has been in the middle of everything that's happened. I think he has to be the front runner now.
I think as of now, that is how they have voted. If someone else wins, they will be dispelling the notion that simply hitting and pitching is enough to be the MVP. As of now, that has been the case. Yeah.
So that's kind of a fun little race going on. You were here yesterday, Tony, but the crazy coincidence that Pete Crow Armstrong grew up in Los Angeles and both his parents were actors.
Yeah, she was in the movie
Little Big League.
Little Big League. Yeah.
Okay, well, they were also in the television show Heroes, which was also a show that had Hayden Panettiere in it, who passed away early this week.
Who was in Heroes?
PCA's mom and dad. They were
what characters were
they were not main characters, but they were in the show. Huh. Hayden Panettiere was good friends with them.
Just wait how sad this is.
This is crazy. Hayden Panettiere babysat Pete Crow Armstrong.
Really?
And he said he had a huge crush on her, and I was like, well, duh.
What a weird connection.
Hayden Panettiere babysitting you.
Yeah, she was
that's really sad.
Cute. What a sad connection that is.
Said that?
Yeah, he brought it up.
It was in the CBS New York, NBC Chicago.
He has talked about
the story. And he's talked about it, but it came up obviously this week because of her passing.
Oh wow!
But that was a strange connection.
Someone says we don't know how to pronounce her last name, and I don't really know.
Who's Panettiere? Yeah, you could go a bunch of different ways there. Is she in Baseball Reference? Can we look her up? Because that's the only way I can. It's either Baseball Reference or Jesse. And I don't have Jesse handy.
Yeah, Jesse's not around, so he can't help you.
Yeah. NFL stuff. Tony, speak to me. Second day in a row. Yesterday was the Cowboys and the Saints brawling at practice. Today, the Dolphins and the Giants. And I think it's getting beyond now, really, where these guys are just scuffling and pushing and shoving. Punches are being thrown. Players are being removed from practices. The Cowboys and Saints were fined $500K. I don't know who fines them. Yeah, who fines them? The NFL? Are they not? NFL says the competition committee has made a sportsmanship ruling here and said that, they're fined for their roles in that brawl. So I don't know how long it's getting a little crazy with that. I want to compete.
Are you asking me like my thoughts on the fighting? Is that what you said?
No, well, I guess that, and like I said the other day, maybe the coaches need to back down a little. The coaches always say we don't want you to fight, but they kind of want you to fight because they like it.
I think it's just part of the whole toughness thing.
It is football.
I mean, I think it's inevitable, right? I mean, these dudes have been at this point facing off against one another for however many weeks.
Yeah.
You can't wait to play. I know how that is in say college, right? The first time you get to inter squad somebody else, the moment, and then it's football. So now you got dudes trying to literally trying to take you out.
It's the only way you can make a team sometime. You have to get attention somehow, 100%. Do you not?
I have a question in the Big Five about this because Saquon Barkley was asked
whether or not
he likes joint practice.
He doesn't like them.
I can see the running back now.
Yes, because they said in the Dolphin Giant thing today that some guys were getting planted pretty good. Again, because if you're a defensive player, you want the coaching staff to see you put the hit on.
Right.
Even if you're not really supposed to do it.
They're going to chastise you there, but when they go to that film, they ain't going to have no choice but to be like, man, that's –
we might want to get this guy in the game.
He filled the hole there pretty well, sir.
He's hitting somebody. Yeah, it's crazy. It's become the only highlight of preseason football, which is completely.
They play harder in those games than they do during the preseason games.
Yeah, the preseason has really been totally made irrelevant.
Never mind. We have to go to break.
All right, we will do that when we come back. Marcelo Balboa, we're going to talk some football with him. Still ahead in the 3:00 hour. Fun news segment today. Scraby's worried about it. It's called Fun with Football.
Yeah, he keeps selling this word "fun," which
I'm looking out for the listeners. I'm not really concerned about you very much.
Tony, that doesn't. Have you noticed how many times he's tried to tell us this segment is going to be fun?
It is going to be fun.
I believe
you're going to enjoy it.
I believe him.
You're going to probably lose in the end.
I always have
I can't help
time
you with.
When he comes up with these segments. It's always fun for me.
Fun with football coming up later. Oh, goodness. I guess we're all in studio today. If you can't tell, Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan.
The biggest guests.
So last night, the bus was. Skinny Crisello here for SD Fat Loss. You go to sdfatloss.com. That's pretty much where your deal starts. And go there, get yourself a free private weight loss consultation. You're going to have a bunch of questions. I'm going to answer a bunch of them for you right now. They're going to tell you pretty much the same thing. But
so last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. You know, if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college kids, huh?
That's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
That was your thought process? The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
this is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
Yeah, I think it does equal that, Scrape.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I
until
would
it
have
was
forgot about
so-
it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling, and I'm like, what? Ever do that? Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that isn't a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players, passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy.
Nope.
Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? I mean, she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Scrape. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well, it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes. So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. If you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lucida.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport, because again, you are talking to college kids here. And
of the day, Marcelo Balboa joins us. You can hear him on MLS, Apple TV. Marcelo, how are you, my friend?
I am good, my friend. But we didn't have songs like that either when I was growing up, so we're good.
There we go.
Marcelo, the SDFC coming off a tough loss at Portland, 3-1 game. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I was kind of following along on the scoreboard. It seemed like kind of Portland was controlling that game from the beginning.
Yeah, you know what? It's one, it's tough to play in Portland. Two, playing on the turf is a little different. And when you play the way San Diego played against LAFC, you expect a little bit of fatigue because they put it up on the table. Let's be honest. That was probably the best game I've seen them play this year, where they can move the ball. They were controlling. They got the penalty. They put it away. So there's always seems to be a lapse, you know what I mean? But, enough time to regroup and get ready and recharge for Saturday's game.
Marcelo, this is the longest season of any sport I've ever seen. And I don't mean it good, bad, or indifferent. Just facts are the facts. Like they started in February. We're here in August, and there's still 15 games left.
Yeah,
like mentally, the mental grind for these guys. I know they had a break from it, but to go back and just say, God, we got to dig in for a lot, another 2 months here.
Yeah.
I think that's a challenge, hasn't it been?
It's a huge challenge because we play right through the summer. They had almost 6 weeks off because of the World Cup. And then when you do come back, you go right into league play and Leagues Cup. So it is a little longer. It's going to change when we go back to when we go to the European schedule. It'll change a little bit. But yeah, it's difficult because as an athlete, you want one preseason and then you play the rest of the year. This one, you got to have 2 preseasons. So that's the hard part for a player. But like I said, it'll change by next year, and then we will get back onto. We'll see how it does when we play winter. Not for you guys, not for San Diego, but for in other states that it gets snow. It'll be fun to see how February, March, and April look like.
I mean, Marcelo, it would seem that the hurdle of climbing to have to restart. I just think about a baseball season. You come in February, and you pretty much have to stay locked in all the way until you get to October.
Yep.
And then when the season ends, you are mush for like a couple of weeks after, as your brain kind of recovers. I would think stopping and starting and having to try to get to that mode would be more difficult than just kind of sustaining it the whole way.
Yeah, when you've seen San Jose took off like a rocket, and now the second part of the season they're stumbling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to happen to teams. It's the teams that adapt quickly. It's the teams that go out and get the right reinforcements for the second part of the season, that injection, that energy injection you need. So the teams that can handle that adversity is the teams that are going to be successful into the playoffs. Look where Houston was at the end of the first break. And now look where Houston's at. They're in first place.
Yeah.
They're sitting in first place. They bypassed LAFC. They bypassed everybody, and no one thought that they would be in there, but they've adapted quicker to anybody else. So it's not easy. This is going to be a challenging year. The team that does win the championship can honestly probably say this has probably been the roughest season just because of that break, come back, recharge yourself, and fight now for the next 15 games to get into the playoffs.
Marcelo Balboa, the great Aztec, is joining us here from Apple TV, MLS, and talking MLS. The SDFC, as Tony mentioned, lost the Portland match, won the one before that, as you said, against LAFC, which is the third place team. And I look, we're third from the bottom, but it's really close, right? I don't mean that. I'm not trying to knock us too bad.
Terrible.
I know, doesn't it sound terrible? But my point being, if 2 wins, you could go from 34 or 24 to 30 points and be right in the playoffs. So I know they're not giving it up because there's so much soccer left.
Yeah. No, listen, you're not giving anything up. You're going to fight. Listen, we know San Diego. We know the players they have. We know Mikey. This team's going to fight all the way to the end. And all you have to do is make the playoffs. That's it. Just make the playoffs. And I don't know about the knockout game, but if you can be from 7 and above, you don't have to play that knockout game. You don't have that extra game, and you have an opportunity. So that's a second season. So their goal right now is to find some consistency. You must win at home. That's a must now. 14 games left. You win your home games, you're in the playoffs. So you have to win this weekend.
Marcelo, I think the next biggest thing coming up is obviously SDFC was able to make the deal. They send Chucky Lozano to LA Galaxy.
Yep.
They come to town. I think the next home game here for SDFC.
I will be there, my friend.
I mean, this took a long time to actually get done.
Yep.
How big of a deal do you think it's going to be for Chucky coming back here to maybe prove a point?
I think as a player, you want to prove a point, but he's been out for so long that us to find a way to help his LA Galaxy team get into the playoffs. They're not that far off either. I think they're like 5 points off, 6 points off. So I know it's going to be emotional for Chucky. I know anytime you go back, it was emotional when I came back to Colorado when I got traded. So, but I think for Chucky, it's just getting himself fit, getting himself in a position where he can help his team and not try to do too much, because you always have a habit of trying to do too much when you come back and play your old team. And like I said, I hope, sports is sports. I hope that when Chucky comes, that it's good for everybody. It seems like this is finally what San Diego can move on, Chucky can move on, and we can all just enjoy, let Chucky do his thing and let San Diego do their thing.
I'm sure the fans will be very welcoming here. Right? We seem to love the LA teams here in San Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember beginning of last season, we were on here trying to plead with the fans to, not go too crazy and overboard. So that could be a little while. Just out of curiosity, now that we're a month and a half out, World Cup is over and done with. Yeah. It's starting to recede from a lot of people's minds. So where are we, the excitement level in the world of soccer? Have we been able to hold on to some of that?
Yeah, 100%. You can see it in the stadiums. On a Wednesday night, LAFC in Colorado was almost sold out. And you go back a few years ago, Wednesday nights were very tough draws. So, I think that the excitement is still there. I think when you look at guys like Griezmann, you're pulling in Lewandowski, you're starting to pull in big time. So Messi's back, Paul's back, Suarez is back. So, I think that the buzz is still there. I think the only, I hate to say it, but I think the only mistake we might have made was this is the year that we should have gone. Last year, we should have changed the schedule to make sure that this year now we would be starting our season right now, after the World Cup. That momentum, and now boom, in 2 weeks you're running just like the EPL, and we took off and running. So I think we waited maybe a year too late to make that move, but it is what it is. We just got to keep moving forward.
Real quick on the east side of MLS, Nashville's at the top. Inter Miami's right behind them. How good is this Nashville team compared to this Inter Miami team that has kind of been the top notch squad of the league?
Well, let's see. Nashville's good. Let's be honest. They're playing pretty good soccer right now. They're when you beat Miami like the way they beat them the other day. But we all know that Miami's not done with the transfer market. We know that there'll be players. So at the end of the day, let's be honest, Miami will be contending at the end of the year for a title along with Nashville. And then from there, we'll see who else can sneak up. So there will be some surprises. There will be some surprises on the East, just like the West. Yeah, there'll be some surprises. But, I mean, right now you've got to look at that more than likely it's Miami, Nashville, the two favorites to get out of that group and to make the final.
Marcelo, always appreciate the time, my friend. Thanks for coming on. We'll catch up again soon.
Thanks, Marcelo.
Anytime, boys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome. Marcelo Balboa.
He was
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Stuff was falling all over the place.
He was brought to you by SDCCU Fan Hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It's better.
Indeed. A few minutes left before we head to break. Go ahead, Scrape.
Jeff on the chat, Chris, you do notes on a scorecard, which I don't think Tony has ever heard because he's either flying or whatever.
Right.
Jeff wants you to do notes on a yellow card for soccer.
For soccer?
I think that's amazing.
That's a funny idea, but it would be really, actually all my notes could fit on one yellow card.
Because you don't have many.
I don't know enough about soccer to do it.
Notes on a yellow, or I just called it notes on the yellow card. Notes on a scorecard, Tony, has quickly become one of the favorite segments. Chris goes, and during day games, when we have a post game show, he writes down notes on his Lori's shopping list and brings him in, and we call it notes on a scorecard. And he just goes through the game. And
I'll give you one, Tony,
Yeah,
because
there you
I think
go.
I wanted to ask you about it because I think you could speak to it. But there are little things that I noticed throughout any game for both sides. But last night or yesterday in the ninth inning, the Padres had runners at first and second, and the tying run was at the plate. Sheets was I just about called him Larry Sheets again. I always want to call him Larry. But he gets a base hit to right field. The first run scores, makes it a 4-2 game. The runner on first, Campusano, makes it to third, makes it pretty easily. But Carson Benj uncorks his throw from right field all the way through to third base. And I thought Bichette made a pretty good play to kind of block it, keep it in front of him, make sure that Sheets did not get to second. As an outfielder, did Benj make an error there? To me, that is an error. You cannot under any circumstances, give that runner a chance to go to second base. That kind of
yes.
stuff is what we talk about.
Yes, he probably needs to keep the throw down enough to where it's hidden.
Somebody can at least cut it, right?
But he also, I'm assuming, knows that Gavin's not running well because he's also a little bit beat up. I think that's kind of been
plantar fasciitis.
I think those are things that they go over in the scout report. But I think to your point, the throw needs to be low enough where it can be cut and redirected. And that's just, that's the thing with a young guy, right? He might make two throws that are like perfect.
Right. He threw two guys out the other night, but that one could have cost them.
It might get good to him, and he thinks I'm going to throw everybody out.
That could have cost them because if Sheets gets to second base, understand now, Hayes does not into a double play. And, the game could have been different. So those are the kinds of things we talk about in notes on a scorecard. It was a tough series because the Padres should have won all three games, I feel like. And they can't think this way, but I can. We can as fans. I think the game Monday night, people are still having trouble getting past. You had a great comment today on the roundtable about third base coach Bob Henley and how he has become less demonstrative in sending the runners home. And he has a reason for being less demonstrative, but that could have contributed to Xander running through the stop sign the other day.
Yeah, no, it could have. But
tell the people, because that was really good. I didn't notice it. I don't think anybody notices it.
As an outfielder, you're trying to find any edge you can to tip you off. Ball hits you, runner on second. You want to be able to approach this in a way where for sure this said third base coach is going to hold him. He's not going to, right? I know that they're watching me, which is also why it's trying to cut down the ground, because they're looking to see how fast you get to it and how much ground you've closed. So if they're watching you, that way they can make a good decision early. All right, I'm gonna wave this guy. But in this, the flip side is that I'm also watching them. Because he's reading me getting there, and he may say, I don't care if he's cutting down, I'm sending him. I know at that point I can sell out and let this one go. And I think what Bob does a lot of times is you don't see him like the old school, like, you gotta go.
Windmill.
You don't see that. You'll see him literally point home. That's it.
Yeah,
point.
Because he knows the outfielder's watching.
He doesn't want the outfielder to get a read on it.
He doesn't want to tip him off at all.
Man.
And so, that's a great point you bring up about Bogey. Except those guys know it already. This might be new information for everybody out there, but the team knows it.
Bogarts knows he's going to only point.
He's not gonna be demonstrative, right? So, Bogey could have missed it, but I think Bogey.
I think he just wanted to go and he felt he was going to make it.
Before that pitch even was thrown, he was thinking to himself, I'm scoring on anything on the ground.
I think anybody who's on second base with two outs should be thinking that.
100%.
They're going to have to really hold me up because otherwise that's, to me, you got to score. But the only mistake made Monday was the very first one, and Bob Henley addressed it, said he got a bad read on Cronenworth not getting a good jump. And that's where that mistake, but a mistake happens. The other two plays were good throws that got him at the plate. Life goes on. You just got to keep battling.
Yep.
You got to get like more than one hit the rest of the game.
That too.
Yeah.
Get to break. More Gwynn Chris on the other side. Daily Gambit coming up next.
Hey, Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Scraby, all together in the Bill House Studios. We know how his day off. Twins coming in for a 3-game series starting tomorrow. Something that I found out on the roundtable today. Angered one Stephen Woods.
That the Twins were playing here?
Not happy that there's interleague play this late in the season. And we didn't get into this with him, Tony, but I believe he's got two people to support him, and you and I. Baseball, with this whole desperate need to play every single team interleague, get you a Twins matchup here at the end of August instead of maybe a division matchup,
And next Friday,
which would be a lot more fun.
Next Friday, you get the Rays, and then the Friday after that is the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's fun to play the Yankees. I get it, but if you play the Yankees, you also have to play the Royals and all the other cruddy teams.
Right.
So stop doing that and let us play the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks more, because I think that's what we want.
I'll take that personally. I don't need to go to the East Coast 6 times.
Right. You can't wait. You get one more.
Tony's got a different reason
I'm
for
so
it.
excited. One more next week because I know Tampa Bay is next week. But yeah, the Twins
Tampa's
are coming
far.
in, and so be it. All right, I had a couple of good questions for Tony as part of today's Daily Gambit, talking about a couple of baseball stories that we haven't had a chance to discuss.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We haven't done this in quite a while, so go ahead, Chris.
Oh, wait, is there a cough button here?
Yes, there might be. It's called on and off.
Let me try it.
It's the one right above.
Yeah,
There
it
you
worked.
go.
It worked. I didn't know it actually worked. But
Yeah, it actually says it's lit up too.
Oh, it says cough?
Cough. Yeah, and I'd never taken advantage of it before. I know what this is for, but if that says cough for when you cough, this one says dump.
Ooh, what do you think that means? You could just like run to the bathroom or something?
That's what I was thinking.
Good. There's dude wipes in there for you.
We already discussed that.
Yeah. Anyway, you said you had some stuff.
Yeah, let's get into this segment here.
Get into some stuff.
First is Yankees are at Baltimore. Yankees are favored by 1.5. We'll get to our picks in a moment. But did everybody see the fly ball that Pete Alonso hit yesterday over the foul pole in left field?
And we're going to talk about it in the Big Five.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. But yes, we did.
Don't want to steal your thunder. I don't mean to.
I'm telling you, I'll fight for the death because there's not much out there today. So I'm going to hold on to my topics.
Oh, you'll have to wait an hour and a half to find out what we think of that.
Go ahead and talk about it.
No, I think
we should talk about it. 5 o'clock is 4:30 is a long time.
I think we could talk about it both times.
We might be able to.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, guys. Chris, what did you think?
I thought it was a fair ball. It just looked fair.
Is it really any question, honestly? Like,
right?
In what world is it foul? Like,
I don't know.
Okay, I don't either.
That's what I don't get. Like, everybody wants to change, and you need a light zoomed up to the sky, and you need this technology. No, it was to this side of the pole. It really wasn't that as much of a discussion. I didn't think.
Seems straightforward. Yes, I want the technology. Yes, give me the into the beams of the galaxy.
Give it
to me all. But
it's not necessary if the umpires could see something.
I'm sorry. I'm just struggling to see.
What did you see,
they not
Scrape?
review?
Yes, they reviewed.
That's
and
what
they
I thought.
couldn't. Did you hear the rule? There's a rule on reviewing this. The rule is there has to be 2 angles that show it as a fair ball.
Are you kidding me?
And
so
what happened was they found one that showed it was a fair ball.
So you know what?
But since they didn't find a second, they couldn't overturn
Major
a
League
call
Baseball.
that they know was wrong.
You need to install cameras
my
every stadium
goodness.
that has these views that you say in the rule book that you need.
Because I remember them. I think there
This
was a
is
Thai France maybe when they were in Mexico. They had to review that, and there were no. But like,
because those foul poles
that's
were tiny.
pretty crazy.
It's just
They
ridiculous.
took a home run away from him.
There's no doubt they took the game away from them.
It would have been a 1-run lead for them.
The Orioles are a half game out of the final playoff spot because of that ruling.
They were. They're now a game and a half.
That's
You were
pretty
going
bad.
to tell me that there was an angle that showed it was fair, but since there wasn't a second angle, they couldn't do it.
That's crazy.
Sorry,
Is that
who
the
are they playing
dumbest
again?
rule maybe ever?
Who are they playing against?
Boston?
Yankees.
No.
Yankees get the win.
Oh, okay.
Yankees end up scoring 2 in the 9th to win.
It could be the league offices wanting the Yankees
No, I
to
don't
make the
think
playoffs
so.
because it's like that
Nah.
one time that they determined
They
the
also
Chiefs won on a
they
false
also
start.
told us that a foul ball was fair fair earlier this year too.
It's
We
true.
all saw it. We all clearly saw it on the foul side of the line. But
And then they tried to tried to back up the umpires. No. All right.
our lying
Enough on
eyes.
that one. Well, I don't know what's left now to say in the Big Five. Sorry, Scrape, but I just don't understand how they couldn't turn that around when they saw it clearly be fair.
I'm going to ask something about Pete Alonso instead.
That's good. All right. For that reason, I'll pick Baltimore. The Karma's got to give them the win tonight.
Yeah, give me B more. Well, no, they already played, did they?
No, it's tonight. It's
3:30.
Yeah, so it's only 3:06.
Okay. Yeah. I thought I knew it was early.
It's an early game, but not that early.
Early for us here.
All right, so Baltimore, Scrab, what do you want? You don't want to get Aaron Boone mad at you. You might want to vote for the Yankees. Pick the Yankees.
I'm going to go Yankees.
Yankees are still 5 back at Tampa Bay, by the way. Don't watch the East much, but Tampa Bay is holding that lead. Angels play at Houston tonight, and Washington Nationals play in Texas. The Astros-Angels game is favored to score 1 more run.
The Angels, the Houston game?
Right. Total runs for that game versus the Washington-Texas game. A little confusing. Which game's going to score the most runs, basically? Scraby?
Washington, Texas.
Washington, Texas, Tony says.
Washington. I'm going to go Angels and Houston.
Angels, Houston.
Ain't no way.
The Angels.
You know what I saw yesterday? Do you guys remember when the Padres played the Angels earlier this year?
Yeah.
They faced Soriano. They
Yeah.
faced they faced the lefty. And
Detmers?
I think Detmers got scratched. But they ended up facing that Oswalt kid that was throwing the turbo sinker. He's having a terrific year. It was like his first
for
start.
the Angels.
It was his first start of the year, and I remember thinking, like, "Dang, who's this guy?"
Not helping him a whole lot.
And then he went out and shoved against the Padres too. And
I'm going to take the Angel game to be more higher scoring. Yordan Alvarez, 3.5 runs, hits, RBIs in that game. Over, under. Tony's first, 3.5. Runs plus hits plus ribbies.
runs plus hits plus ribbies.
He's got to get 4 to win, or 3 will be obviously bet under. Under, Tony says. I say it's the Angels. Alvarez goes over. It's great.
By the way, I was just reminded that play with the foul ball, fair ball thing where they called it a fair ball when it was foul ended Mason Miller's scoreless streak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's
that
right.
was, it
That's
was really, I was mad I'm still mad actually. That was in April.
I'm going to
or
go
May.
over, by the way.
That
I'm going
was
to change
really-
my vote to over, too. I see who's pitching for the Angels
right.
today.
Over.
Who's pitching for the Angels today?
Grayson Rodriguez is
He's
going
got
to
a
start it.
7.17
Oh,
ERA.
boy.
So.
Well, if the Padres, no, I won't go there. I'm not going to put negative stuff in the air.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about them right now.
You didn't pick yet, Scrape.
I said over.
Oh, you did. All right. All right, let's get to the real important stuff of the
Kikuchi
night.
was the other guy.
Kikuchi. There it is.
I just like saying that name.
The Angels are locked in a
Why?
death struggle with the A's for
Got lots of fun sounds.
last place. What does matter? That Angel organization is not good. Like the Athletics at least have an excuse. They're still kind of moving and they're playing in a minor league ballpark. The Rockies have Dick Monfort. I guess the Angels have Artie Moreno. That's their excuse.
I mean, at least the Angels finally committed to doing something now.
To trying the new thing.
They been hanging on to people like we might actually be good.
Well, they still have Trout.
Well, I mean,
Poor Trout.
That's because they can't trade.
Well,
Even if
remember, their fans don't actually want to win. They just want a good game experience.
that's what
According
Artie told
to the
us.
owner
Yeah, that's what
of
Artie
the
told
Angels.
us.
He said they don't care
They said
about
the
wins.
survey said that they didn't actually care about winning.
They just cared about the ballpark experience.
I used to go to the Big A as a high school kid, and when I got my license, I like to drive down there. And I tell you, the nachos and jalapeno cheese sauce made the whole trip. Didn't care if they won the game. So
Made
yeah,
the
he's right.
whole trip.
Made the whole trip. Let's get to important stuff tonight. Oh, but I had one other question in the Washington game. CJ Abrams moved to second base without even asking him, Tony. I'm first of all, to me, part of it is you do as you're told. But secondly, in this day and age, you got a star young player like this. I think you owe him at least to bring him over and say, hey, here's what's going on. What do you think?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would say this is
because he's not too happy about this move.
Exactly.
From what I'm told.
So this is lessening when he becomes a free agent, which is coming down the pipeline pretty soon.
Right. Don't do that.
This is you have at least put yourself behind the 8 ball, I would say, in trying to acquire his services. Maybe you don't want his services. I don't know, but that seems quite silly to me. I want to know who the shortstop is that they're going to put there.
Well, I believe it's Nunez, who's the stolen base leader. They're moving him from second.
Who's at second?
Move him over, but it's not like they have somebody lined up. I think the whole thing is telling Abrams, you're making too many errors, so we're just taking you out, basically.
Hey, well, I mean, I would think you'd have a conversation with him for sure. I know Nunez can play though. I've seen him. He's a good little ball player. I think he'll be up for the challenge. We'll see. I think you should have I think at the very least though, you should have had that conversation with him. And maybe they did, and we just didn't know about it. But
whatever the case is, CJ Abrams not in the lineup tonight. Wonder if that has any.
Well, we did. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to throw CJ Abrams under the bus, but we did see him in a casino last year. There were some rumors that he wasn't getting along.
Was that last year or the year before?
I felt like it was last year.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of behind
2 years ago because Martinez was the manager. Or was it last year?
I'll look it up. But anyway, I'm not saying that this is true, but maybe they just, as an organization and a player, they just don't see eye to eye.
I would think that unless there is something else that has popped off, that would not be sufficient enough. He is having a career year for the first time. All-star.
It was 2 years ago.
I know the Padre fans miss him dearly.
I was just about to say, I mean, come on, bring him back home in free agency.
All right, more important stuff. 49ers, Chargers. Preseason football tonight. 38.5 total points for the game.
Ooh.
I can't do a point spread for a preseason game, but I'll give you an over-under. Scrappy, you got good feels here tonight for your boys, or 38.5 though?
I mean, I'm
21 to 20 is a lot.
Yeah, see? I'm gonna go over. By the way, do you guys believe that Christian McCaffrey is not hurt, or he's holding in for a new contract because he's not practicing? And they're saying that it's all good. It's not injury.
If I were the 49ers, I wouldn't let the guy near the field.
He would be bubble wrapped.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be out there practicing.
As much as you guys are about to hand him the ball anyway.
They said they're not going to do that this year because he can't handle it.
Yeah, I hope not.
It was 400 plus touches last year, and people are saying, the fantasy experts are saying, there's no way you want to draft him this year.
I won't.
They said the same thing last year, and he scored more points than anybody.
I don't know if I'm listening to him again.
I know.
You know who I'm not going to draft? Devon Achane, because the Dolphins coach said he's going to run more than he's ever run in his life.
Okay,
that'd be why you want to get him.
But he's a small dude. He can't take a 400 carry or touch season.
Yeah, but with that offensive line, they're barely going to lay a hand on him. Come on, we're talking about some Hall of Famers.
It's not like he's going to have to shake 2 tackles in the backfield.
Didn't you see those guys block for Tua last year? I mean,
they were pretty fantastic.
These are big time blocking people.
I mean,
here.
Tua had to learn how to fall last year. So
all right, so I guess we all went over the points. I didn't get a.
Tony,
what you under. You're going to go under, okay? Mr. Mendoza for the Raiders tonight at Houston, 120 passing yards. Over under. I don't know how you pick that, but
I was listening to what's the Bussin' with the Boys? They had
Taylor.
My man, he was offensive lineman for the Titans for a while. I can't remember his name.
Tunsil?
No, for the Titans.
Oh, Titans. I don't know.
I'll look it up real quick.
He had
Taylor Lewan,
and then I can't remember the linebacker, but they had what's the defensive tackle's name or defensive end name for the Raiders?
Max Crosby
on there, and he was talking about probably the only quarterback in the quarterback room in all of the NFL with 0 tattoos. Mendoza, and they got Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
Both of them, right?
I was thinking.
He said the whole room has no tattoos.
The whole room has no tattoos. Says it's probably the only NFL room in all of football.
Max Crosby is covered in tattoos.
He's fully
tatted.
Did you tell me that Cousins was upset that somebody touched his elbow the other day?
Yeah, he was upset in practice. He said, "This is how people get hurt."
Oh, it was Max.
that was a different situation.
Max is like notorious for
Not
like going
respecting-
full
yeah,
speed
yeah.
and touching the quarterbacks all the time. And I guess there was a famous quote of him basically telling, if you don't like me touching the quarterbacks, get somebody in here who can block me.
Yeah, and if
kinda
Kirk
love it, but
Cousins
it's also
doesn't
like,
want to
what?
be touched, you went into the wrong profession, sir.
Kirk's like, I'm going to get destroyed during games. I don't need
I
to
don't
get
need it for
destroyed
my
during
own
practice.
my own teammates.
120 yards, Mendoza. I say goes over. I have no idea. Scraby?
I'm going to go under. They're really on the hype train, saying that he's like going to be Tom Brady. So
Well, maybe. Tony? 120 over,
Over.
he says. Indiana, good WNBA matchup. Indiana 2.5 favored at Dallas.
Oh,
That's a Clark Beckers matchup.
again.
Indiana's playing great basketball. I think they've kind of galvanized behind their coach, who takes endless heat every time she does anything out there.
What she say? 10 toes down.
She can't do anything right, according to the social media world. And her players have said, we got your back. And they're starting to play great. So I'll take Indiana on the road. Scraby.
that story was fantastic. Tony just almost threw a soccer ball at my face. I'll go Indiana as well.
I'm going Dallas.
Which after all that, you're going Dallas anyway. Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark head to head. Clark's favored by 3 points. Tony.
Yeah, I'll give it to Clark.
Clark. Scrape?
This is how the rich stay rich. Going with Clark.
Oh.
Remember when Paige Becker said that about gambling?
I like
Oh,
Paige
my
Beckers
gosh.
here. I like Beckers. That's good enough.
Beckers.
I like Beckers. What?
I like
I'm a fan of these kids, man. They can play. They can
Okay.
play. As long as we could just talk about their play, the WNBA would be all right. But they got a long way to go to get to there. By the way, tonight we should. I'm not going to wager on it because we have family connections. But tonight, Grand Canyon Soccer women's team taking on Buffalo at 7 p.m.
Wow.
Go Lopes.
So-
Are they in Buffalo?
No. Buffalo,
They're home,
Buffalo
luckily.
wanted to come out west.
Right. They don't have to go to Buffalo. You guys they're still 1-0, right?
Still
they got the
1-0.
one win last week over Arizona. That's a good win,
Yeah,
isn't
got a
it?
Tough week. Buffalo, who's
Is
undefeated.
Buffalo good in soccer, apparently?
I think they're in the MAC. I think that.
So does that make them good?
No, I don't know. But I know Texas
Is the
comes in on
MAC a
Sunday.
power conference in women's soccer?
I have no idea.
I know.
Do they
So-
have Maction in women's soccer?
Maction.
They definitely have Maction.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
All right.
All
Now
right, we're
is,
going to finally get into Jaden Daniels on the other side, I think.
the
Lovely.
5.
Can't wait.
Yeah. We
Can't
haven't
wait.
talked about that at all, really.
All
Like
right.
Tony hasn't talked about it at all.
All right. Well, we got it coming up. And then after that, fun with football. That's right. Scrape.
Yes, new segment.
Don't you forget
New
it.
segment alert.
I hate you guys.
Coming up, more Gwynn and Chris.
on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. A lot of different things going on in the sports world. We haven't been able to hit on all of them. One of them is this whole number 5.
Number 5.
Jaden Daniels.
That'll cost you.
Yeah.
Wait. There's a phone call for you from Jaden Daniels' mom.
So just for a recap.
Scraby does not like his mom.
Scraby doesn't.
I have a weird thing about helicopter parents. My parents were not helicopter parents, so it's not like I had helicopter parents. But let your son live his life.
She's his agent. She knows what's
That's
best.
fine. But if this was her doing, she did nothing
we
to
should
help
just
her
stop
son.
the conversation. If this were her doing, where is there been anything written that
He never even said that he said his team has some things to work out with LSU in a post that he made.
So how does mom get involved?
Because his mom is his team.
Scraby just wants
It says
his
who?
mom to be
It
the
says
problem.
him.
He said that
His mom is his agent / marketing person / everything.
Why didn't he just say his mom? Why would he say his
Because
team?
I'm sure that he has a couple other people working.
This is
with
all.
him.
This all sounds like conjecture.
Hearsay.
from you. Yeah,
Hearsay.
sounds like hearsay.
Next witness,
it's,
Your
it's
Honor.
proven that she is his agent.
No, that part's true. But in terms of when he said my team, you have no proof that he was referring to his mom.
All right, maybe he was talking about Brandon Ayuk.
Whatever. Anyway, the point
What
is,
did you think of all of this,
to give
Tony?
you- to give- to
They're
give-
making a huge deal out of nothing, isn't everybody? But it is kind of fun to do.
to give some context to folks who may not have heard this story. LSU, Jaden Daniels wore number 5 while he was an LSU Tiger.
And he won the Heisman.
He won the Heisman. They didn't win a national championship, but he won the Heisman. Fast forward to whatever said kid coming to LSU. He's been promised the number
Big
5.
name guy.
One of the biggest recruits in the class.
Right. And it wasn't Lane Kiffin's fault. It was the other guy, Brian Kelly, who promised the kid that he'd get to wear number 5 when he got there.
Right. And by the way, Lane Kiffin realized this kid must be good because he is following through with whatever Brian Kelly has said. Right.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin's not going to get anything in the way of potentially winning some games. Yeah.
And I think all this was all fine and dandy until Jaden Daniels, it was reported that he sent a cease and desist to LSU on the number 5.
Or his mom did, according to Scraby.
Or his mom, as Scraby wants to put on this
Google
lady.
who is Jaden Daniels' team. I was going to tell me Commanders.
This would set off a chain of events that have all made Jaden Daniels look kind of silly.
It's put him in a bad light, and I don't like this for him because he seems like a good guy, honestly.
That's what I'm.
He's one of the good
guys.
guys.
I think that's what the surprising part about this is he doesn't come off as a person that would send a cease and desist on a number.
But his mom does, right, Scrape?
Yeah. I'm reading. I'm trying to come up with some.
Nonetheless, I thought that's where the error took place. His team.
Okay, here we go. Regina Jackson. Mother and agent. Also, she's an NFLPA certified agent.
We knew this already. We've already
She also
clarified that.
serves as his business manager.
Okay.
So she makes all the decisions on his business dealings.
Scraby. Fine. If you feel comfortable blaming this lady for the cease and desist, have at it, buddy.
He's doing it, so you don't have. He doesn't need your okay.
Nope,
He's doing that.
I'm walking
anyway.
a tightrope on this one, but
Either way, it put him in a bad light, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably regretting that came out at this point.
You think?
We haven't heard.
But
We
the
haven't
thing
really.
is, but the thing because of social media, that everything's run away with this
Right.
now, and every time somebody is in a situation where the number 5 comes up, the meme is or the joke is, well, we got to ask Jaden Daniels if we can even use 5.
Twitter remains undefeated.
So that's
because of
what's
this.
happened. That's why it's gotten
There have
crazy
been
now.
some really, really good ones.
There has been. I must
so
say.
many.
I must say, I've giggled out loud a few times.
Do
watching
you guys feel like this is something that he shouldn't feel ashamed to ask for?
I would.
Who
You would.
I would.
Daniels?
Yes.
You know why I
Daniels.
would?
Do you think it? Yeah, that's what. Does he feel? Would you feel shame?
I would. And if I were him, I would feel shame because, to retire. I mean, you know how many people have like rolled through there that did more?
Joe Burrow, I don't believe has his number.
He won a
retired.
national championship,
And
though.
he had one of the best football seasons ever.
I don't even know what Joe Burrow's number was at Cincinnati, really offhand.
Number 9.
He was number 9?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just think
Isn't he?
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
I think
you're right, yeah.
it's in some ways it speaks to a lack of humility. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking that you were big enough to just retire the number forever.
But I hate to agree with Scraby's on ever, but I've seen the show Quarterback. It's on was it Netflix or is it a different one? Netflix. And he's one of the guys this year. And I've enjoyed listening to him. His mom is kind of the bad guy. That seems to be the role she plays as his agent.
What do you mean by bad? Oh,
because
like
he's very nice. He's very accommodating. He wants to say yes all the time. He wants to be there. So somebody has to be, quote, the bad guy. So I could see her maybe thinking, I think erroneously, that, my son shouldn't be disliked this. He should be wearing number 5. So I don't disagree with Scraby that this might be something that isn't even his own doing, but now it's kind of
hold up. That's not what Scraby said.
Right.
So let me.
Okay.
So what did I say?
Let's rewind that.
What did I say?
He did not say that this might not be his doing. He said his mom is the one who sent it.
And that's not his doing.
But so are you standing on that?
I'm going to say that.
And Chris, you are then agreeing that
I don't want to disparage Jay Daniels because I like the guy. He seems like a good guy,
man.
But this did not help him.
No, we were all in agreement that this made him look crazy.
I'm taking a cue from the television show, and he seems like too nice of a guy to even care what number the guy at LSU is wearing. Just doesn't seem like it's something that would even show up on his radar.
It's like how
until somebody brought it to his attention.
Yeah,
most likely his mom.
It's like
there you have it, Scraby. I'm with you, babe.
Thank you.
Both of these two. You guys heard
We're
it
going down
first.
with the ship.
It's like how I keep begging to be inducted into the La Costa Canyon Football High School Hall of Fame, but I don't get any calls. So should I cease and desist that they? I don't know. They're using my name or something.
There's one other thing here, Tony, that you haven't mentioned, but there's a tiny fly in the ointment. Again, to me, on the side of Jaden Daniels. The kid who wants this number and has to wear it because he wore it his whole life, and his dad says, hey, it's our number. We were promised it. We got to wear it. The same kid last year as a freshman wore number 3. So he's speaking out of both sides of his mouth a little bit too.
Yeah, they say you can't say that you wore your number.
He wore number 3 where?
Last year at LSU.
Oh, he was at LSU.
Yes.
Somebody had 5?
I don't know, but he didn't wear it last year. Now all of a sudden, it's the most important thing in the world to him.
I mean,
so there's
Jaden
that.
Daniels was once promised 5. He got to wear it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, this part of the whole thing. You bring a recruit in, you tell him one thing.
Yeah, but then why did he accept wearing number 3 last year? I mean, let's get to the real bottom of this whole situation.
Is it possible that he was promised after whoever was wearing number 5 was done with it that he'd be given an opportunity?
I think all of Brian Kelly's.
Case,
I think all of Brian Kelly's promises are past the statute of limitations.
Yeah, I think Brian Kelly probably just makes promises just to make them. But
if that's the case, you said. If that's the case,
if they told him we will retire your number, then
wait. We talking about the retired part? Or
no, we're talking about the kid wearing number 5.
I tuned out for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
No, that never happens.
Anyway, Jaden Daniels' mom needs to back off.
Let's get to break.
The fun football segment.
Fun football segment coming up next. Scraby's going to enjoy this. I have a feeling. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the first pitch of the year.
3:39 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby.
Scraby's excited.
He should be.
Fun with football.
I hate the name.
Another new segment.
I hate the name of this. I don't
Why
know
do
why.
you hate the name? Fun
What
with
if
football.
He's assuming
win?
that we're going to have fun.
I think you will.
That's the guess.
Think you will.
So how do we do this, Chris?
Play some music.
Do I need
Football
a piece
music.
of paper?
Football music. You don't need any paper. All right, like any good fun with football game, we start with a coin flip.
Yeah.
Starting with a coin flip.
Goodness.
Scraby, you call it. Is it the face of Mr. Woods or is it the wording Ben and Woods? You call it.
I'll
Heads
say-
will be Woodsy.
Okay, I'll go heads.
It is heads.
Wow.
So you get the choice. Do you want AFC or NFC?
NFC.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Or do you want to pick first or go first or second?
No, I know way more about the NFC. So
You're
I'll
going
go
NFC.
I have
Tony, you
no
don't have
idea
the
what we're
AFC.
doing, but I'm
Okay.
going NFC.
But you get the choice. Do you want to go first or let him go first?
I'm going to let him go first.
Let him go first. All right. So, Scraby, you'll be first, and you're doing NFC.
yes.
Tony's going for second. He's doing AFC. You're going to do one division at a time, and we'll rotate. You're both going to get 16 correct answers possible.
Is this just another way for me to lose Chris's Fantabulous
It's not the
Sports Game
Fantabulous
Show?
Sports Game Show, but it may sound a little like it until I tell you what we're doing. All you have to do is name each team, and I'll take you through the teams. Each team's current, according to the ESPN depth chart, backup quarterback.
Oh,
in
man.
the National Football League. How many of these do you know?
Jeez.
I know none.
Well, then it's a good chance for Scraby to win one.
I actually need a piece of paper just to like.
You want to scribble names
Okay,
down?
I mean, I'm going first.
Scraby, you're first, and we're going to start with
went first.
the NFC West.
Yeah.
We're going to. I'll just start you with the 49ers. I figure
Yeah.
you can get that one.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
All right, you got a point there. How about Seattle Seahawks? Who's their backup quarterback?
Oh, Drew Lock.
2 for Scraby.
Wow.
You want to go for 3 with the Arizona Cardinals backup quarterback?
Oh yes, it's Carson Beck or Jacoby Brissett, depending on who is going
It's
to be
what
a starter.
ESPN has on its depth chart
Then
right
Carson
now.
Beck.
Incorrect.
Wow,
Carson
what?
Beck is third string. Gardner Minshew is the backup.
That is ridiculous.
It's their depth chart. Stop it.
That is ridiculous.
Always
You're
complaining
fine.
about the actual answer.
You're actually going to have fun because I don't know any.
None
backup.
of this.
I barely know any.
None of
You
this
just
is
named
my
all 2.
opinion. Rams. Who's your backup quarterback?
Oh,
Scraby, you're doing all right.
is it Stetson Bennett?
Wow. Scraby got 3.
Oh my God.
The only reason I know is because my friend,
Oh, my
she is a
God.
big Georgia fan and a Rams fan.
That's pretty good, Scrabe. You got 3.
And I can even name
I'm
the Ty
losing this
Simpson
one.
as third string.
All right, Tony. Well, best of luck. You got the AFC, my friend. Start with the West. Do you know who backs up Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City?
I don't.
Do you have a guess? No, not even.
I was going to say Chad Henne.
Chad Henne.
Henne.
Yeah, you're a tad behind the times.
No, there's a pretty
There's actually a
interesting
former
one.
NFL starter who's
Yeah.
backing him up now.
Yep.
Justin Fields is the answer.
Yeah.
All right, Las
Crazy.
Vegas. I think you can get that one. The Raiders backup currently.
It's Mendoza. Oh,
It-
is it Oh, yeah, Mendoza.
Mendoza is the backup. Cousins is the starter. How about the Chargers?
Nope.
Go Chargers, go.
They don't have old Easton Stick anymore.
I didn't say they didn't.
Oh,
I just
gosh.
saying you got a name.
I got nothing.
And the worst draft choice in 49er history is the answer.
Trey
to this
Lance
one. Trey
is their
Lance.
back. Oh man,
For
if
the,
Justin Herbert
Chargers.
gets hurt, they are in trouble.
Denver Broncos. You have to think back to last year's AFC Championship game. I think he started the game.
Did.
He's their backup. Tony, can you remember?
Nope.
No.
I know. Jarrett Stidham.
Jared Stidham. All
Well,
right.
got
So
Why do I know
Scraby's
so
at
much
3-1.
about backup quarterbacks?
We finally found a category. You know something, Scraby.
We'll
Back to
see.
you for the NFC South. Atlanta Falcons. Who's the backup?
I guess I would have to say. See, this is tricky
Yeah.
because I don't know what ESPN would say, but I'm going to say it's Penix.
Penix is the backup. Tua is listed as the starter. That's a bad year for the Falcons. Saints. Well, you're doing good,
Tyler
Scrape.
Shuck is the starter.
Wow, Scrape is all
Spencer
over.
Rattler, the backup.
Wow, 5-1.
This is
He's
pretty
mopping
wild.
the floor with you.
This is pretty wild.
I'm just sitting here listening now.
Yeah, now I might even just have you do the AFC.
I don't even. I don't know.
All right, do you know Tampa Bay's backup quarterback?
Ooh, that was gonna stump me. Obviously Baker. No, I don't.
Jake Browning.
I would have never got.
Carolina. I think you'll get this. I know you.
Carolina. Obviously Bryce Young. I cannot think of the back. Oh, is it Andy Dalton?
It is not.
Oh.
It is Small Hands himself.
Oh, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. 5-1. Tony, you can get back in it, but you're going to need to get going here. Indianapolis Colts behind Daniel Jones is.
They just released Anthony Richardson, didn't they?
Did they?
I think so.
I can't help.
That's what I'm going with. Even though
You're going with him?
I'm going with him.
That's correct. He is still there. At least he's listed on the depth chart. Anthony Richardson.
Remember when they drafted him and just
Gonna
completely
be the next
forgot
great
about
thing.
Or it
him?
might have been that they're expecting him to be the third string or something like that.
Well, he's still there in the second
take
spot. Houston Texans, who backs up CJ Stroud. They might need whoever this is because CJ Stroud was terrible last year in the playoffs, at least.
Don't got one.
Scraby,
I
want to
don't
guess
know.
Davis Mills?
Oh, I should have known that.
Tennessee
actually.
Titans, who's behind Cam Ward? This is another horrible draft choice. That
Oh,
is
the
now-
mayonnaise guy.
The mayonnaise guy.
What is his name?
No, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I'll
Who's
give
the
it
mayonnaise
to him. I'll
guy?
give it to him. Mayonnaise guy.
Well, is that who this is? I don't know.
Yes,
definitely
it is.
him.
Will Levis.
No.
Oh, well,
Sorry, not him.
Oh, he's
don't
the
have-
mayonnaise guy, though.
Okay. Well,
I'm
this
surprised that he's not the
answer
backup.
is Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh.
Still getting a paycheck. And Jacksonville, I don't think you have any shot, although he played for the 49ers at one time. Silence is golden.
No.
Nick Mullins.
I wasn't going to guess that
Man,
one.
that
All
guy's
right,
still in the
5-2 is the official score. Scraby, back to you. Dallas.
NFL. See, I
Who
don't
backs
know
them up?
anymore because Cooper Rush was the guy. I don't know.
It is now Joe Milton III.
Oh, I should have known that because Jerry Jones.
What school did he go to?
I'm not sure, but he played for the Patriots. Jerry Jones, very, very excited about him.
Yeah, good for him. Philadelphia, who backs up Jalen Hurts. Scraby's
Starting to fade.
spading. He might leave the door open for you,
He can
Tony.
leave
You
it
never-
wide open. I ain't
you
gonna
still
walk
don't think you
into
can
it.
walk through.
The Eagles.
Is it? No, it's not. I don't know.
Andy Dalton.
Oh, come on!
Sorry. Washington Commanders.
I know they haven't. I don't know that one either.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think this was one you'd know. Heisman Trophy winner. Marcus Mariota.
I should have known
just
that.
got hurt.
New York Football Giants. I think another Heisman Trophy winner is backing up there. You know this one?
I know this one.
Maybe I'll give you a chance to steal, Tony. Get back in the game.
Why am I not
Scraby?
remembering this?
Giants.
I don't know.
Tony for the steal.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. I'm giving Tony a
Oh.
point. He needs it.
I started talking too much trash.
It's 5-3. All right, Tony, you're down 2. How about Baltimore? Do you know is behind Lamar? Played a lot last year.
Is it Ty Huntley?
Huntley is right.
He's still there,
See,
huh?
5-4. Pittsburgh behind Aaron Rodgers.
I think I know.
Oh, is this still my guy? I don't think it's my guy no more. Is it? I don't know his name, so I know.
He's best friends with Myles Garrett. I know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't.
That's who your guy.
Yeah.
Do
Is
you
it
remember
Rudolph?
his name? He got it in time.
Oh, no, come on.
Who cares?
I thought it was Drew Aller, honestly.
No, it's Rudolph. Cincinnati. Tony, you might know this one straight up. You might not.
I think I know it.
I would have said Browning. No, so I don't know this.
Oh,
one.
Browning.
Is
Yeah,
it-
that was the old
Is it Mr. Flacco?
Joe Flacco. I'll give
Oh,
Scraby
yeah.
a steal.
I don't
6-5. Scraby.
Flicko.
How about Cleveland? You know this one, I think. Tony, back up right now.
Right, who's the starter, though?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm
gotta
gonna
get the right
say
guy.
Shador.
Shador is the backup. Deshaun Watson's listed as a starter. All right, somehow, some way, we've arrived at the final division, 6-6. Fun with
Wait, what?
football.
Wait, all of a sudden, no, take away that point that he got, that
No.
I gave him.
No, I gave you a point for stealing one, and he gave him
Okay,
a point for
all
stealing
right.
one. You guys
Oh
have
my
both
gosh,
stolen one.
I'm going to lose this game.
Probably. Minnesota Vikings. I think you're going to get this one, Scrab.
JJ McCarthy.
JJ is right. Although he's quickly
starting.
he might lose to eventually to Carson Wentz.
I can't believe Carson Wentz is the third
He's
string
third string
quarterback.
now. Green Bay.
They had to bring someone new in.
Dun, dun.
Green Bay. I don't know.
Tyrod Taylor is now backing up there. Chicago Bears. Not easy.
Oh, is it? Shoot, I know this.
Apparently you don't.
Oh gosh, he played okay while he was in. Oh no. Hold on.
Oh no!
We have to hold on while you look it up.
No, it's gonna come to me. Is his name Tyler something?
It is not, but it's close. So I can tell you that it's Tyson Baggert. I'm not giving it to you. Last one, Detroit. Back up. You're up only 7-6. Tony can win this game when it gets to his last opportunity.
I'm feeling nervous.
The pressure. See, you were smart to go second, Tony, because even though you don't know any of these, the pressure is crushing him now. He knows all of these, but he can't come up with any of them. Detroit Lions backup is gonna have to pass. It sounds like
Gus Frerotte.
Josh Dobbs is now backing up there.
The scientist or whatever they call him.
So here we go. We've come down to the final division and the fun with football. Isn't this fun?
Someone said you miscounted it. I'm up 6-5.
No, I gave each person one for a steal, which put it to 7-6. But thank you for that. No big deal.
Thank you, Carlos.
It's a 1-point game either way. Tony, you need 1 to tie, 2 to win. But I will tell you, you're going to be challenged. Let's start with the Buffalo Bills. Who is the backup to Josh Allen? Obviously, he doesn't get to play a whole lot. Josh Allen doesn't come out ever.
I have no idea.
It was Tyrod Taylor for
It was for Trod. It's actually a guy named Allen. Kyle Allen, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah, so
that's
another Allen.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll go to the New York Jets. If you get this one, I think you just win the game. Sorry, I shouldn't even be giving you a clue, but I've never heard of this guy.
I knew Tyson Bagent.
The Jets starter, by the way, is Geno Smith. The backup,
No idea.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he could jump off, stand at the top of the Empire State Building and no one would know.
Who?
Cade Klubnik. Yeah, never heard of him.
No.
All right, you got 2 left for the tie. You need one, Tony. New England Patriots. If you can get it.
It was Joe Milton III.
No, that's not him.
I've got nothing.
Yeah,
I got
too
nothing
bad.
either.
He's a New Yorker guy, another famous New York kid now with the Patriots. Tommy DeVito.
Oh, it's Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
And you got one last shot for the tie, Tony. The Miami Dolphins. Who backs up Malik Willis?
I hear Chris talking about this all the time, and I can't even think
I
about
have
it.
no idea.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Scraby, you've won one. See? Quinn Ewers is who you were.
Oh,
looking for
yeah.
there.
Duh.
You guys ended up getting about half of the backup quarterbacks between the two of you.
It gets a little fuzzy.
Gets fuzzy.
Very fuzzy.
I mean,
Got to give those guys a little love, though. They don't get their names mentioned after next
they're making
week.
great
that
money
was a
doing
great
nothing.
subject for you, Scrabe.
Was this a fun? Did you have fun, Tony?
Not
Oh,
as
stop
much.
it.
Not as much.
Not as
fun.
much as you thought you might. You were hoping it would be a little more
I was
giddy.
going to have a lot more fun.
A little
than
more
that.
giddy. I'll try to be more fun next
Augie
time.
says that Klubnik was decent at Clemson. So there
Klubnik
you
at
go.
Clemson. There
Yeah,
you go.
Klubnik at Clemson.
Clemson.
Klubnik at Clemson.
Gotcha.
What made you come up with this?
Not sure. Because I'll tell you why. I was going through depth charts myself just to look for the fantasy draft because a lot of teams I don't know who's playing.
Insane.
You are a nutbag with this whole
I'm telling you.
fantasy
I was going
draft.
through depth charts. I wanted to who is the starting running back now for Washington? I didn't know. I had to look it up.
Who is it?
I believe it's Jacoby Merritt Krosky, whatever that guy's
the law
name is.
firm or whatever they could.
It's a long name.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I saw some of these backup quarterbacks. So I thought it might be fun to.
He's part of the law
remember
firm
them.
because in Westbrook, wasn't he?
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get to break.
I can't handle this. The fantasy
This
guy
guy.
is a lot.
Let's
It's
get
a
to
lot.
break. 4 o'clock hour on the way. More Gwynn and Chris.
thought it was Tony's turn. Did we get messed up?
I think we did because I came on the last one.
Oh.
Scraby pointed to me, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He's pointed to me in the 4:30 segment.
Well, Chris looked at me, so I pointed to you.
Just pass the buck.
I mean, that's what Lane Kiffin does.
Yeah,
Lane Kiffin.
I guess football season is close, so you can start. He can get some barbs.
Speaking of Lane, I'm going to get my Clemson. I'm ordering my Clemson jersey in the mail. That'll be my first favorite college football team this year. Will be Clemson.
Is that who the
LSU,
Tigers are playing?
Yes, I hope the Dabo puts it on him. 401. Welcome back to the show. The final hour, as it turns out, we have a big roundtable to get to in the Jaden Daniels hour of the show.
Yes, that's what we're calling it right now.
Yeah. But let me give it back to Tony Gwynn Jr. so that we can get back on track here.
Yeah, his mom didn't cease and desist us yet. So
not yet.
She's going to cease and desist y'all two, not me.
Because we're the ones that are on. Yeah,
it would be funny if
we're holding her entirely responsible. We may get sued, actually, Scraby. We could get
very well might.
Yes, we could get what is that? Served.
Yes, served.
Yeah, they could
actually. I wasn't served one time, but I was with someone who got served. It was like a divorce thing, and it's weird because these people all they have to do is get you to take these papers. And if you won't take the papers.
But if you don't reach out and grab them, then you're okay. Like if they push it against your body and you just go like that. I don't know
the exact rules, but it is strange because people try to get out of it all the time.
Right. They realize they're being served and they don't want to be.
Yeah. It was weird.
Sometimes it's too late.
Anyway.
Chris versus the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming your way. 833-288-0973. Let's get to it.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, phone lines are open, 833-288-0973. The rules, you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it. You'll get that question for free. Today, we are playing for tickets. A pair of tickets to Luke Combs at Petco Park on June 26th. Ticket info at lukecombs.com.
And Tony hasn't been with us on the days.
True.
That some of the contestants, Tony, are now calling themselves not a first-time player. They're a first-time contestant.
Or
a combatant.
Or combatant.
Everybody's coming up with their own
And
terms
this was Pete.
now.
First-time player.
I loved it. Pete gave us his
I
own.
love that. That's a good one.
All right.
Quick news item. Remember our guy Nestor Cortez? The Padres
just
brought in
signed
at the end of last year.
Where did he just sign?
He's a Philly now.
Philly, yeah.
Kind of tells me that the Phillies might be a little more desperate for pitching than we think. He's going to the minor leagues first, but they may eventually bring him up. Nestor did not have a great run here with the Padres at the end of last year.
All right. Like 1 start, 2 starts, I think.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, there was at least 2 for sure.
He had a 6.29 ERA last year, but that was between Milwaukee and San Diego. I don't have his Padres stats handy.
All right.
But I can get them.
Let's go to Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Hey,
Hello,
Jason.
How's it going?
Pretty
Going
good.
well, my friend.
You ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Let's
All right.
play ball.
Here we go. By the way, Tony, my computer, Chris versus the fans, working like a charm.
Oh, your AI?
I got rid of the AI because that was a
no.
little too complicated.
Okay. Yeah, he couldn't manage that.
That's 3.0. I'm on 2.0. Which Padres hitter is leading the team in home runs?
Home run leader right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Be Machado.
Manny Machado is correct.
Also the career home run leader for the Padres.
Yeah.
24, right?
Yep. 24. And then Fernando's now second all time on the list, or
He is.
Yes. All right. Let's go to our next question. Give me a second.
I thought you said it was going so much better.
No, I just got to choose the question.
Yeah.
I got to choose the question. During the
I thought you
2004,
said it was going so much better.
it is. During the 2004 MLB season, which baseball player, AL baseball player, broke the single season record for hits in a single season?
2004.
Yes.
Wow.
Basically,
Gotta go
which
back
player
all the way.
has the record for hits in a season?
Most hits in one season?
The Miggy?
I think he said Miggy.
Oh, Miguel
Miggy
Cabrera.
Miggy.
Stay there.
Yeah, sorry. Ichiro, I think, broke
Ichiro?
that record.
Let me see that, Ichiro.
That's true.
And that was a record that was way out there.
Yeah.
It was at 257.
Ain't
No
nobody-
one had even come close, and then he blew
Unless
past it.
something changes with hitting, ain't nobody catching that.
That is, what's his record? Because 257 was the one he broke. I don't know where he put it, but he put it out there.
260s.
Yeah, that's a lot of hits because guys don't even.
Oh, what was
Ichiro's final total?
262?
Yeah, so that's that. What Tony's saying is correct. That's going to be a hard record to break in this day and age.
200 hits is
Yeah, guys don't even get to 200
Is-
anymore because
is
they sit out too many
ridiculous.
games.
262 is just dumb.
Yeah, 200 is not
Dumb.
even 200 doesn't get made very often.
All right, let's go to Don. This is not Don Arcillo, but hello, Don.
Hello, Don. Don, are you there?
Don. Hello, Don. I'm going to put Don back on hold. Let's go to John Nescadito. Hello, John.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty
Hello,
good.
John.
Ready to play?
Yes, sir.
This is one of my favorite question number ones, and because I'm a child. In what sport is a shuttlecock used?
You are a child.
Badminton is correct.
What a child.
I am a child, I'm telling you.
A child.
It's my favorite question.
All right. Question number 2.
I guess you and I are children too for laughing.
Yeah, we liked it. Yeah.
During the 2021 MLB trade deadline, which former MVP did the Cubs trade to the Giants?
The Giants.
2021. You can pass as well.
2021. Yeah.
Pass. Okay. Stay there, though. Stay there.
I'm having a blank moment, which is good news for
John
out there. Former MVP went to the who? Went to the Giants or to the Cubs? I'm sorry.
To the Giants.
To the Giants.
Yes.
Dang.
In 2021?
2021.
Gonna need an
Went
answer.
to the yeah, I know. I don't have one. So don't even have a good guess. Albert Pujols. I don't have a good guess. I'm totally blanked out. Oh, Chris Bryant.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I
it.
just
That's
thought of
it.
it, but too
Yeah.
late. No, too late. You're still in there, John.
Chris
I got it
Bryant
wrong.
did get traded. Remember, he joined the
Yeah,
Giants.
totally
the
forgot about
Giants,
that.
Yeah.
He joined the Giants when they had that like crazy 100 and whatever win season, and he was trying to get them to the World Series again.
All right. No, you're good, John. Good to go to the finals.
That's probably
All
the
right.
last time he was healthy too, because he played
Yeah.
well for him. If I
He did.
recall,
There was a lot of questions whether or not he would resign long term, but
yeah.
then he went to the Rockies.
Yeah.
All right, John, you're on to question number 3. Here we go. Jerry Rice, I was singing the Mario Brothers song for a second. Jerry Rice holds the unbreakable NFL record, or seemingly unbreakable, for receiving yards with nearly 23,000. Which player who just retired in the last decade is second?
Second in
Receiving
receiving
yardage.
yardage.
Sorry?
Can you? I was gonna.
I think he's John's
Breaking
on
up.
third question. John, are you
oh,
there?
No. Come on, John.
John!
John's got to hold up.
John, don't
John!
leave.
Can you hear me?
Barely,
Oh,
John.
Can you hear me?
I can't
We
hear
can
you.
hear
Can
you
you hear
now.
us? Oh no!
Are you there? Hello.
I barely
Can
hear
you
him.
hear me?
Hey, John, if you can hear us, just throw you out your answer. Maybe we'll hear it.
Yeah. Do you have an answer?
Pass.
Pass.
He's going
All right,
fast.
okay. Now that I
After
got
all
you,
that,
did you
we
need
could-
the question again? Is that what you're trying to ask?
No, he said pass.
Okay. All right.
I believe.
This is very disjointed.
He said pass.
Okay, pass.
Pass.
Pass. Chris, who's the second?
Well,
receiving
unfortunately, you and I looked this up last week. I think we were talking about who would we put next to Rice on the other side. I think it's Fitzgerald.
guy? I forgot we did that.
Yeah. So we looked it up. I'm sorry, John. The timing's just bad on that.
Can you believe-
Set up, John.
Can you believe? Yeah, sorry, John.
Yeah.
Can you believe that Larry Fitzgerald had 17,492 yards?
Yes.
So he's 6,000 behind Rice.
Something like
Yeah.
that, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Just
All
think
right.
about that for a sec. T.O. played forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
We all brought this up.
Caught a bunch of balls, and he's nowhere near. Jerry Rice was playing like his hair was falling out when he was still playing.
Yeah. I love Jerry Rice.
Jerry's a man.
Although he
It's hard
did
not
go.
to love him.
He did chase someone down on a golf course recently for heckling him during a swing.
Hey.
So.
Good.
Hey, you know,
sometimes you
hey, look.
deserve to have consequences for doing stuff like that.
I don't want to make fun, but he was a football player. There could be just a tad of bumping heads too often in there.
Maybe.
Lead to a
Maybe.
little bit of an anger streak.
When I was younger,
I mean, even Jerry Rice. I mean, wide receivers had to block back in the day.
Yeah.
Actually,
You know what the best part
keep their
about
head in there.
Jerry never really took a hard, at least from what I can remember.
I don't think anybody could catch him to give him a hard
really
hit.
could stick it to him.
Yeah,
that's true.
The other
I
thing
don't
about
remember
Jerry,
a big hit.
the other thing about Jerry Rice was that they said, he wasn't fast.
Yeah.
But no one ever caught him.
Nope.
Game
So he
speed's
must have been
different.
fast enough.
Deion said was easily his toughest matchup.
Well,
loosely.
he's the greatest player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Jerry Rice went to Mississippi Valley State.
Yes, he did.
Do you know how he learned how to catch so well? Yeah, when his
catching bricks.
Yep, his dad was a bricklayer, and his dad used to
no kidding.
He
seriously
threw bricks at him?
Seriously, would throw bricks and he would catch
Like,
them.
clean
and put
your
them
room.
down.
Boom.
No. They
Boom.
would
they
go
were
out to work.
practicing.
No,
I thought he was mad at him.
No, he was working. When he
Yeah,
was
but
helping
I'm
him
pretty
work.
sure they were working, and he would throw Jerry the bricks, and he would
okay.
catch the bricks and then put the brick down. I don't know how long he did that for, but I know that he's mentioned that in his life.
Jerry Rice, the man.
Goat.
All right, let's go.
Goat Rice.
Yeah, let's call him Goat.
Oh, the game ain't even over, huh?
Yeah, no. Yeah, Chris just ruined it for us.
Chris
All right,
ruined it.
let's go to Anthony. Hello, Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
What up?
What up?
How are you, my friend? You ready to play?
Wonderful.
I think he is. Here we go.
Let's go.
Question number 1. All right, who broke Babe Ruth's home run record in 1974?
Henry Aaron.
Hammering.
There we go.
Very good.
I would have also said Hank was okay.
That was a tough record in the sense that he got to 713 on the final day of the previous season. So he had the whole off season that he had to go through just to hit one home run to tie it. I mean, remember there was the racial part of that equation.
Yeah.
So that whole off season he was facing so much hatred. Can you believe that? Right?
That's rough.
Terrible.
But because everybody knew he was going to break the record, but there was 5 months he had to sit
Imagine
there.
thinking that your letter was going to scare him off.
Yeah,
right.
From getting one more homer.
That's
yeah,
how
but I mean,
stupid
just
some
think that
people
he
are.
had to put up with it at all.
I mean,
It's so
that's
sad.
just kind of it's kind of how
I
they
will
all had to
never
operate.
understand the person who's like, they're going to read this letter and they're going to finally see what we've all been seeing for years.
It's just dumb.
Just doesn't
on so
happen
many
like
levels.
that. All right, who were we talking? Anthony. Anthony is still here. Question number 2. During the 2007 NFL season, which Hall of Fame wide receiver set the record for most receiving touchdowns with 23 in a season?
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is correct.
How many did he have with the Raiders the year before? Like one?
-3, I think. I think they.
Never has a guy tried less hard than Randy Moss did when he was a Raider.
I took him in my first fantasy.
Did you get him in the Raider year?
And we got to the championship. He made it there one full season.
The Raiders?
Full season and some change before he got traded. You guys remember?
Randy Moss?
Yeah.
I'll
No,
look it
you're
up,
saying he
but-
did good with the Raiders?
No, I said no.
Oh, you had him the Patriot year.
No. I said I
wait.
drafted him when he was with the Raiders.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm saying he made it a full season.
He
some
played
change?
he played two seasons, 15 games or 16 games and 13 games.
Okay.
But he had He had 1,000 yards with the Raiders in 2005. He had 553 in
the
2006.
first year I got him.
Second year he phoned
First
it in.
year you get him.
First year I got him. He did just enough to get me to a finals. That
Second year he phoned it in.
2007 he goes 98 catches for nearly 1,500
and then
yards,
goes to the Patriots and
touchdowns.
sets
that was
every record.
also that first year in Oakland was also the same year that Delhomme and Smith were like unbelievable.
Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Were a duo. And I had
tandem.
both of those guys in the team too.
Well, that's good.
Championship.
Yeah, that's good.
I
I didn't
can't-
realize he took
You know
off
what?
a
I
year.
can't believe you can remember teams like that, Tony, in fantasy football. It's crazy.
I mean, you remember when you
You're
win
kind of
things.
psycho about your fantasy football.
Well, this morning I went through the backup quarterbacks just to see who I could maybe snatch up in the draft.
Wait, Anthony is still there.
I know,
I'm
poor
sorry,
Anthony.
Oh my goodness.
The good news,
Weird.
Anthony, you're still in contention here to win, so that's good.
Here we go. Now we have talked about
Meandering through this
Yeah, I
game
don't know
today.
why. We have talked about this in the past, so I'm asking it. But the 2016 NFL Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio was famously canceled just hours before kickoff due to what bizarre stadium maintenance blunder? Why did they cancel this game?
Hello?
Anthony
Blackout?
No, are you there, Anthony?
Yeah, he's there.
He said
Yeah,
black.
You're
he
not
said
hearing
blackout.
him. I'm hearing him. He said blackout. That was his guess.
Oh, I see. I thought he was talking about like the phone blacking out or something. Okay, sorry.
That,
I overthought
that doesn't
one.
even make any sense, right there.
Like maybe
The-
he went through a dead
The
zone or
phone
something.
blacked out.
I don't know. Chris, do you know?
I thought it was something to do with the grass was painted with crazy paint that was just messing everything up, and they couldn't play the game.
He remembered.
Sorry, Anthony.
He remembered.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. It was sticky, melting paint on the grass, and they couldn't play.
Can you believe there was, and this led me to talk. Were you here, Tony, when we talked about the fact that every year before the start of the NFL season, there was a game between the Super Bowl champions and the college football
Yes.
all-stars?
I was here for that
Yeah.
one.
That is so
Yeah, that is
crazy to me now that actually took place
All right,
for a
TikTok,
long, lot
TikTok,
of years.
TikTok.
we're going. Dang it, man! We started
Come on,
so
man.
early. Let's
Come
go
on,
to. We're going tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. We got to go.
All right, I'm choosing. Hello, Charles.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Charles. Here we go. I'm going to play some tiebreaker. So you're going to give me an answer here in just a second, but I'm going to ask Chris a Randy Moss question. He's going to give me a number, and then Charles is going to guess whether the actual number is higher or lower than what Chris said.
Got it.
Chris,
Yes.
I'm going to ask something crazy.
Randy
How many
Moss.
rushing attempts did he have in his career?
rushing attempts?
This is not a jet sweep guy.
I don't even think they had the jet sweep.
No,
then,
they did
if I
not.
recall. Rushing attempts
Yeah.
in his career.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10 rushing attempts. Charles, is the actual answer higher
10?
or lower?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
How many years did he play?
He played 14.
Yeah, 10. I'd
10.
say less than one a year.
Charles, higher or lower than 10?
I will say higher.
Higher? Good thing you did, because that is correct.
It is?
He
I
had
don't remember
25
any of
rushing
them.
attempts in his career.
25?
I guarantee most of them had to be in Minnesota.
That's so
all
crazy.
of them were in Minnesota.
25.
Actually,
Interesting.
He probably had one
ran
in
the ball.
LA.
He
in Radish.
ran the ball twice with the Patriots for no yards. So, but yeah,
I guess, a couple of end arounds per year, but yeah, I don't remember them.
How
Okay.
many-
Minnesota
good for you,
definitely used to
Charles.
run in and around for sure.
yeah. Chris, what's his longest catch of his career?
Longest catch of his career?
Yeah,
96.
That's a lot.
That
I don't
is
know.
incorrect.
80? Did he get a 90?
Chris is really good at these things. 82
Huh.
was his
All right,
longest.
you got to go to break.
My favorite Randy Moss touchdown, though, I think was the one he caught it and he was falling down and he flipped the ball over his head to the teammate running. And
That was pretty good.
that was awesome.
More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
For the most in-depth Padres.
27, Gwynn and Chris, 97.3, The Fan. Good job. Charles, I believe it was.
Charles
After
is
all
correct.
of that dust cleared, he won the Luke Combs tickets. All guests on the program here, SDCC Fan Hotline. Not Big Bank Banking, it's better. Earlier, Marcelo Balboa was on to talk some soccer with us. Tomorrow, our Friar Friday guest is none other than left-hander Robbie Ray, former Cy Young Award winner, now with the Padres, and in possession of his first Padre win on Tuesday night in that game against the Mets. Tomorrow night, Padres and Twins. Still not official on the starter yet for the Padres. It is Vasquez's day in the rotation. And I'm just throwing a question out that I think a lot of people have, but what happened to Joe Musgrove? Like, it seemed like he was ramping up, and now I'm not hearing about it anymore. So,
well, I think he's on
still ramping
regular start days.
Okay.
So, like, I don't think they're just going to bring him up when he's got a couple starts. They're going to make sure he's got
all right,
sufficient innings underneath him. I haven't heard anything either, but all the reports we heard after his last start was A-OK.
He's
I'm
touching
hoping
97.
Yeah, that's good. But, the key for Musgrove, I think, the 97 is fun, and I know everybody goes to it, but Tony, you see it all. I mean, you see 97 right in the middle of that box, and it gets hit out of the ballpark. You still got to locate. You got to have command, and that takes time, I think. And especially for Musgrove, his breaking pitch is really the one, that I think he's got to get the feel for.
Sounds like he's got a lot going for him in the right direction.
That's great.
We've been on the road. He's been rehabbing, so we'll get it. I'm sure there'll be an update. You probably see him around the field tomorrow and kind of go from there. But it seems like he's getting closer, which is great.
And I know we're going to talk about something completely different, but this is one thing we never touched on today, and it was in Kevin Acey's newsletter.
Oh, yes, we do.
About the Padres being intrigued more and more now of the idea of promoting Ethan Salas in September. What do you think, Tony? They get to expand the roster. It used to be by quite a few. Now it is, what is it, 2 or 3 players? Do you know what it is, Tony? How many the roster experience? It's 26. Do you get to go up to 30?
I think it's 2. I think it's
just 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's that many.
I believe it used to be, quite a few more than that.
40. You could bring up to 40.
All the way up to 40.
That's
so, there was guys everywhere in the dugout. The pinch runners were coming in out of nowhere.
The problem wasn't the pinch runners, it was the pitching. Like teams who were in races.
Right.
26 to 28.
They were throwing regular guys or, you just got a longer game.
Yeah,
because
40 men was too many to bring up. But now, so you can have 2 more.
Well, where were we just at? Cleveland. Their manager.
Vote.
He was making mid-inning.
He was.
Mid-inning pitching changes with like 1, 2. He did it like 4 times. In September, when the guys with the roster was 40 and there
were no limits on pitching changes.
20 pitches. Oh my God. You can go down there and grab a guy.
First pitch, strike 1.
And
you're out.
And there was no 3,
right.
To
That's
face
what
3
I mean. There was no rule.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 2 more guys. So do you think Salas is one, Tony? I mean, to me, I think there can be no harm. Yes, no. What do you?
No,
I think there can be harm.
No,
I don't know.
I think at this point,
he's 20 years old now.
He's having a good season. He should be rewarded a chance to come up here. I think people should temper their expectation once he gets up here because Padres will be smack dab in the middle of a.
Like we shouldn't expect him to hit home run in his first 3 at bats like that guy for the Cardinals did.
Let the kid come up and enjoy his experience if they choose to go that route.
Yeah. And as we said about even the kid from St. Louis who hit the 3 home runs, he went 0 for his next 16 with 6 Ks.
Welcome to the
baseball is hard.
Welcome to the big league.
But September 1st will be something to keep an eye on to see if Ethan Salas. I will say this. Scraby brought this up, and Freddie Fermin, a lot of people are talking about just the effects of concussion potentially wearing off. But it was also the same time that Ethan Salas' name started to get mentioned a lot that Freddie Freeman heated up as well.
Fermin.
What did I call him?
Freeman.
Freddie Freeman. I wish we had Freddie Freeman.
With there's some rumors that Ethan Salas might be coming up, and then Freddie Fermin started hitting.
But between Fermin and
I'm not saying why are you giving me that face, Tony?
It's bull junk.
There you go.
It's bull junk.
I believe you. But I would think that
Because if
would
it was that
motivate-
easy, he would have just
If
said,
I heard
I'm
that-
gonna go hit now.
If I heard that like Nick DiNucci or Kyle Ovenshire was breathing down my neck,
You would start actually pushing the right buttons.
yes.
You know what the difference is though? You get to dictate that. Like you get to come in and like hit the
Concentrate.
right buttons. He can go out and concentrate as hard as he wants. If 98 is 98 on the corner, you ain't gonna do nothing with it.
So you're buying into him being less concussed as a reason.
I'm 100% buying in him to being less concussed.
All right.
The one thing about the catching situation, we threw it out there yesterday, but between Camposano and Fermin, they've been on base in 31 of the last 32 games. That's saying something, considering where the catching offense was earlier in the year. And I think that means that Ethan Salas, although I think no reason they shouldn't bring him up, it's not a necessity necessarily, as maybe had been earlier.
I agree. I think they should bring him up. I don't think there's any harm in bringing Ethan up to reward him for a terrific season. That's where I'm at.
I appreciate it. Chris, are you still with us?
Yeah, I was thinking of something witty to say, but I didn't have it. So
I saw this look on your
throw
face.
it back
like-
to you. I'm going to throw it back
What
to you,
happened?
sir, no, we're going to throw it to the Big Five. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to mention, though, that Carlos Alcaraz is coming back from injury to play in the U.S. Open. That's good news for tennis fans.
Oh, man.
You want to change the Big Five now that you know that?
Oh, yeah. We're just going to focus all on Carlos Alcaraz.
All right. That'll be an interesting Big Five next.
o'clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Last segment of Gwynn and Chris before we turn it over to the round table following the last segment of this show. All right, let's we checking traffic?
We don't do traffic anymore.
Oh,
before.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's a big
maybe
fight.
show up to the show once or twice.
Wow. I deserve that, I guess.
Ready?
Yes.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
We all three are here in the Bill House studios where we know how. We're going to get right into it because we don't want to run out of time.
Number 5.
And you know what? I'm going to start with this because I just want to hear it again. And here we go, and then we're going to talk about them.
Here's the 1-0. Lindor hits it in the air, deep down the right field line. Fernando all the way into the corner. At the wall, leaps up, and did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did.
I love everything about this highlight. I love everything about it. So Fernando obviously robbed the grand slam. He's robbed a couple other home runs this year. He's also made some great plays, sliding on his butt like the coolest guy in the world, just getting up like it was planned. Tony's up first. Is Fernando on his way to another gold glove? The reason I didn't say platinum is because he has to win a gold to get the platinum.
Yes, I think he is. He is he's been toddy. He's been toddy out there. Then he threw out somebody yesterday too,
Yeah.
so he's building a nice little resume.
He is. So you're saying yes. Chris, do you think he's on his way to winning a gold glove, Fernando?
Yes. I will also say, though, that we're so close to it. It's easy for us to see it. We don't see every right fielder all enough to be sure. But usually the guy who's kind of the incumbent and starts doing things like he's doing again now, like that catch and throws, it bodes well for him to at least get the gold glove part of it.
Do you
I don't know how it's incredible that he's been twice now the platinum, right?
Yeah, twice.
Now, is that National Leagues? There's a platinum in American, right, Tony? Because the American League might have to go to that Wilson guy from the A's who didn't have an
just one platinum glove. I think the platinum is voted on by the fans of all gold glove winners.
But I think there's one for each league, no?
I'm looking. There is.
There is.
Because I was going to say it was Bobby Witt.
There you go.
So, but the American League's the leader's got to be the kid from Oakland. I say Oakland. But
why? Because he had
A's.
an errorless streak?
Yeah, wouldn't that help you win a gold glove to make no errors at shortstop? I would think that at least get you
but what
mention.
if they're all like
I don't think errors.
Yeah,
I don't think errors. I think that's a part of it, but they use the zoning and all that other stuff they have as well. I think he'll be on there for sure. I'm thinking, but I don't know that errors alone is going to make him the go-go guy.
It's going to be really hard for Fernando to beat out Kyle Tucker.
I know one guy's not winning.
Number 4.
Go ahead.
Soto.
It's Kyle Tucker.
Oh, that one too.
Kyle Tucker. He had a hit last night, I think, and Dave Roberts was like jumping up and down like an 8-year-old. So happy.
There's an AI video of Dave Roberts after Kyle Tucker drops the last ball. They just have Dave Roberts running onto the field and tackling him. AI video is getting crazy, guys.
Yeah, they are.
It's not going to be
Number 4.
I'm telling you, Kyle Tucker's going to make somebody pay in the playoffs.
He
I hope
is.
it's not us. Because I just know he's too good.
I hope they get eliminated before he's able to
this
do it.
This is just one of those things. A guy like that is going to have one hot streak, and that's when he's going to have it.
100%.
Pete Alonso, we talked about it earlier. His foul ball that was actually a fair ball ended up, home run taken off the board. They would have won the game. It was a big deal. And for the writer of this article, I would like to repeat what they wrote. Regardless, the call left a sour taste in the beaks of the Orioles.
He wrote that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have allowed that stupid thing to go through.
He said after the game, Pete Alonso, like football, you have the pylon camera with the plane where it shoots right across the goal line. I think having a camera or laser shooting straight up, we have all the technology, analytics, and funds. I don't see why we can do it. Chris, is it as simple as shooting a laser into the sky?
I'm not an overreactor, and this is the one time this happened. So I don't know that we really have to do the laser in the sky all the way to the heavens.
They do have the technology, I'm sure.
I'm sure they do, and they could do it in the NFL for field goals, too. There have been some field goals that have gone over the top of the post that can be difficult to tell.
That is true.
But in this situation, as we discussed earlier, they had replay that showed the ball being fair. So what they really need to do is change the stupid rule that requires 2 replays.
That is crazy.
That is just dumb.
If one is a definitive, yes,
right.
it's
if
a
it's as
home
definitive
run.
as that, you don't need the second.
Okay, you
angle.
look at one, you're like, I don't know. Let me look at the second one.
Right,
Okay, now
right.
I have a decision. But the first one shows you everything you need to know.
Without a doubt.
The only thing I'm going to say, and it's a little in my defense, because I've always felt that replay means that we must have perfection. And the bottom line is, if we're not getting perfection, then it needs to be changed or improved. There was a play in the Marlins-Phillies game the other night. The guy hit a double down the line with the bases loaded. It hit the chalk. Chalk flew everywhere. The umpire was no more than 3 feet from it and called it foul. What happened was they looked at replay and they changed it back correctly. But because the ump called it foul, we don't know where the base runners really would have been. So the umpires just had the discretionary and give a one run scored. This guy goes here. And that could have changed the game. And I know you're not, mistakes are part of the world. There's erasers on pencils, but those kind of mistakes should not be made. Sorry.
Tony, do you think that they need to put or is it as easy as putting a laser on the top of foul pole?
Yeah, it is that easy.
Just think, man, St. Peter's going about his business one day and some laser is going to come shooting up through the clouds. He's going to, where'd that come from?
I mean, he does raise a good point. Like, if there are actual,
I don't know that it's actually going to be.
I don't think it is either.
Well, I don't know. How high does it go?
I think it's the same concept as your ABS, right? If you have cameras up high enough,
you can see it.
You can kind of do it.
Someone also put a camera on the top.
All I'm saying is, if you have the technology, then let's get it done. We don't need games not decided the right way because human beings can't tell.
Yeah, we need to get them 100% because we have the ability to do it.
Those calls for sure. I'm the strike zone as it is. I'm willing to deal with the ABS, but those specific calls that have direct impact on win-loss, you got to get those
If
right.
the Orioles end up missing it by one game, that is going to be a shame.
To me,
that call was it.
It's along the same lines of being able to challenge the ball after it goes by third base versus can't challenge it before. What difference does it make?
It is weird.
I never talked to you, but didn't you think Jace Bowens shot down the line a couple games ago in the Milwaukee game, won the game? Right then in the 9th inning, and nobody even was able to look at it.
I thought it was fair. But again, because they have this stupid rule, it bounced before the line.
Exactly.
Can't look at it. It's just
dumb.
All right. Dumb.
Number 3.
Here's a reactionary story. The Little League World Series is being urged to change a quote-unquote stupid rule after a female pitcher's standout performance yesterday. Kinley Rasmus, who was representing the Southeast region, threw 6 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits. However, Alabama was forced to bring in another pitcher in the 7th inning due to the pitching rules of the Little League World Series. So the recap: she pitched a 6-inning shutout, breaks Monet Davis's strikeout record, then loses in the 7th when they're forced to bring in another pitcher because 85 is the max you are allowed to throw in a game. If you can start a batter at 85 anyway, you can't. 85 is the max,
right?
So
she hit the limit.
Tony is up. Should they change the rule?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
These rules were put in because
for a reason.
Kids were being abused in terms of how they were being used. So no, I get it. She had a fantastic performance. None of that changes. She still had a fantastic performance, but we should not then throw her into jeopardy because we want to see the performance get to the end. It's just such a short term.
That's what we
memory.
do, though.
No. To answer your question, no.
Chris, do you think they need to change the pitching rules in the Little League?
No, I'm glad they put the rule in. Understand that the rule was put in because people who manage Little League teams take it all just a tad too seriously.
for sure.
You think?
You know,
For sure.
oh, wait, that's 130 pitches. Well, hey, Johnny, get the hell back out there. I know you pitched yesterday, son.
I mean,
you know, we get so many people like that, right? Who couldn't cut the difference.
They couldn't do it.
We needed to put rules in to protect the kids.
Chris and I did watch a video of a Little League kid saying his arm was hurting and he needed to come out of the game, and Chris said, "Suck it up." So
I was joking.
And I think that kid's, did he stay in a game?
He did.
And he
wins
threw out the winning
outfield,
run in
yeah.
the right field.
It's so weird.
But
she
yes,
had a
you had to
great
put
day.
these rules in.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to talk about, you know, maybe we shouldn't even teach kid curveballs until they're a
100%.
certain age. Well, that didn't hold up because kids are throwing curveballs all over the place. I never threw one, at least until Pony League, something like that.
I actually heard a good thought on this from Adam Wainwright. He was saying that, you know, curveballs don't become an issue for youth until they're strong enough to actually put the pressure on the spots when they're young. He was saying that that's probably the time you should teach them how to throw it, because they can't necessarily create enough force to hurt themselves yet. So I thought that was kind of interesting, at least teaching them the technical parts of how to throw.
I mean,
my
pitching
ball
limits
was so
have been in
slow,
Little
it
League
ch-
since I was in Little League.
Yeah, but mine was so slow it changed direction 6-7 times on the way in anyway, so I was good to go.
So it was an ephus.
Maybe a little faster.
A little faster than an ephus. Okay. Here we go to this one.
Ephus is a funny word, by the way.
I
I don't
do
know
love
where
the
that came from, but I like it.
And I love it when Jesse says, "Did he throw an EFI?" You know, plural. Or singular, sorry. Chris and I talked about this yesterday because the out of hand fights between NFL teams in training camp are getting crazy. Cowboys and Saints yesterday. Apparently the Giants and the Dolphins today got into some big brawl.
Big scrum.
Here is Saquon Barkley being asked if he likes joint practices.
I'm the wrong guy to ask because I hate joint practices, to be honest. I think one day is good, but we play in a ego-filled sport with a lot of men, and I'm all about just putting the work in, and it's good to go against someone new. I think we're at that part of camp where we needed to go against a new face. When you do it the right way, it's good, but honestly, I'm not really a fan of joint practice.
All right, so then he goes on to say that
he's saying the same thing we keep bringing up.
And so my question is, in your mind, what is the right way to do joint practices? Chris is up first.
They might have to just stop having them
because they can't control themselves.
It doesn't seem to be that they're able to. This is not isolated this year. This has been getting worse and worse. The one in the Giant Dolphin camp, there were so many fights going on apparently that, like, Harbaugh was on one field breaking up one, the Dolphin guy was on another field breaking up another. Guys were getting thrown out of practice, brought back into practice. You know, no punches. Are you punching? And then I thought the coup de grace, and reading all about the Dolphin Giants fights, Jameis Winston was thrown out because he was in there punching people. Of course he was. But I don't know.
Was he eating his W too?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna have joint practice, you're gonna have fights. So if you don't want any fights, then I guess you can't have joint practices.
That's what it boils down to me, is if you're gonna have them, expect fights.
Yeah.
Stop making a big deal about them. You know what I'm saying? As long as no one is, I mean, these dudes, first of all, they got helmets and pads on.
They got so much padding.
No one is actually getting dumped out and punched out.
Doesn't anybody
right?
ever break a finger punching guys in the helmet? That would seem like it hoits.
The last time I saw somebody get punched in the face, I don't know if you guys remember, it was like two, at the time, Redskins. It was like the wide receiver Westbrook socked
Michael Westbrook.
Was it Michael?
I think it was the wide receiver.
I think he socked
from Colorado.
Davis, the back, Stephen Davis, maybe the running back, knocked him out cold. But they were on the same team.
That's weird.
These fights that happen are always helmets on. No one is. These are just, this is just a violent sport, as an ego-filled sport, as Saquon said, and that's going to lead to a lot of this every time.
Scott Steiner, remember him? He was a wrestler back for WCW maybe. His son plays for the Saints and did a suplex.
I saw that.
It was like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Which he took him and threw him over his head.
Oh, I thought he jumped off the turnbuckle or something.
He might have. Who knows? We don't have enough time for this, so I just left it. But
come on.
Apparently, NFL players are trying to play in college again. And they've been allowed to do this. So there's a bunch of players that actually suited up for a preseason NFL game.
Don't fear.
And they want to go back to college.
No fear for this. You know why?
Why?
Because the SEC doesn't want it. When the SEC doesn't
Greg Sankey says no. It'll stop.
It won't happen.
That's true. I want to talk to Sankey, Chris.
You know, that little,
Although Sankey, well, it took him a little while to stop the Alabama kid from playing basketball last year. He eventually got him off the court.
Yeah.
So Sankey will win.
Sankey's
I guess you're right. All right. We have the roundtable replay coming up next, and that's usually during our happy hour, which is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. Baseball season is in full swing, and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026. Scraby Show at 6, roundtable replay. Next,
Robbie Ray tomorrow. Yo, you say that?
Look at this. Look at us.
Promoting. We're
220.
learning how to work this thing.
All right.
Robbie Ray.
Talk to you later.
It's time to talk Padres baseball.
This place is electric.
Our 97.3 The Fan.
Again, Tony Gwynn Jr. back from New York.
Discuss. Now, here's your host, Ben Higgins.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty, just 34 games left in the regular season. The Padres clinging to the final playoff spot in the National League after a 3-3 road trip to Cleveland and New York. Welcome in to our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable, commercial-free here on 97.3 The Fan. And I am glad to say we got the core five here today. Braden Sopranet at the end. Stephen Woods, good morning again. Tony Gwynn Jr. back from New York City.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Welcome back from the Big Apple. And Chris Ella to my left.
I want to thank Tony. He sent out our fantasy football draft order, so I'm doing a mock draft during the show. You don't mind?
That's fine. We'll have a roundtable draft
during our show.
So wait, it's my pick. Hang on here.
We'll have a roundtable draft coming up in a little bit, but I wanted to start you guys talking about something positive. The resurgence of Fernando Tatis Jr. It's been going on for quite a while now this season, but what's working for him, and is this the Fernando that we now expect to see going forward consistently in his career? And if it's not, why not? And why haven't we seen this maybe as consistently, Woods, in the last a couple of years from Fernando Tatis Jr.?
Well, I think you know better than to ask this question because there is absolutely no way to tell. Would it surprise me next year if he hits 45 home runs? No. Would another start like this surprise me? Maybe a little bit. But we've always known that player was in there. Now he's not going to hit 40 home runs. Maybe those days are gone, and that's okay because of the true the player that can change the outcome of a game in many different ways. He threw a guy out yesterday. He robbed a grand slam. He hit 2 home runs. I mean, he really is a complete player. He's really, really an excellent player, and we always knew it was in there. So it's not going to surprise me. Anything he does, everything he does is a surprise sometimes.
Yeah, you say, well, maybe he's not that 40 home run player we saw earlier, but Tony, I mean, if he's on the pace in the second half to be a 40 home run player, had he not gotten off to a slow start, he certainly is showing us that power in spades right now.
I think that's part of the reason how we got there in the first place in terms of this 40 homer thing. Yeah, I'll take you guys back to the 2020 season. Everybody was trying to extrapolate that 2020 season into 40 home runs, right? And then he did it once. But I think this is who Toddy actually is as a player. I think he's right in this, 20 to 27 range in that range in terms of homers. But it's, as I would say, it's his ability to affect the game in its entirety, defensively, on the base pass. And, if you take away the homer, the lack of homer early, he's really been swinging the bat like a hitter, probably going back to the end of May, right? The homers weren't there, but he started to get his stroke around that time. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him, get off to a slow start, because I think a lot of guys do that. But I think this is the Toddy. This is the real Toddy right here that we're seeing on a consistent basis.
And Braden, it's a phenomenal player, maybe even someone who will be in MVP conversations going forward. When he started, I think we just all assumed, this guy's going to rack up 2 or 3 MVP awards before the end. That may not be the case anymore, but this is a complete baseball player.
Yeah, absolutely, from top to bottom. And that's why, it's great to have him start the game off in the leadoff spot and set the tone. It's great to see him. He contributes in multiple ways. Sure, he's got his flaws. Sometimes he's a little extra aggressive on the base pass. And, we talked about the slow start, but, you're seeing why the Padres believe that he needed to be part of their organization for his entire career, and why they gave him the contract that they gave him, because they knew this is the player that they had regardless of struggles. And this is such a hard game to play that even the best are going to struggle at times. There are other guys throughout Major League Baseball that get hyped up a lot in when they have really good years, and then they have a down year. I think of Vlad Guerrero Jr. He doesn't have too many home runs this season. It's a lot of up and down. And Cal Raleigh, who had a great year last year and can't really find it this year. You're going to have some, down portions of seasons. He's not going to be perfect all the time, but this is the type of player that when he's at the best, and when he's playing at his best, he could carry this organization, this franchise. I think he's done it here in the second half.
Chris, is this the real Fernando Tatis Jr. in your mind, the one that you expect to see more often than not?
Yeah, I expect at least 2 home runs and robbing a grand slam almost every night. And when he doesn't get there, I'm disappointed. I just think the surprising Fernando, now that we're here, really truly was what we saw for the first 2.5 months of the season. It just blew my mind that a guy with his numbers and career, just had not been able to get the ball, hit it out of the ballpark. And I remember an afternoon game here where he hit a deep fly ball. I think I got caught on the warning track, and he reached the end in terms of exasperation. You could see him on the bench, and it was finally, I thought, getting to him, because even he couldn't believe that was happening. ESPN rated their top 50 baseball players just the other day. Fernando was number 47 on that list. He is clearly better than that, but that is how surprisingly below the level I think he was playing for a long time for them to even consider him that low, because he's certainly better than that.
Yeah, that list came out 1 week too early, and someone's feeling silly right now, like, ooh, we ranked him too low. I always think with Fernando, pitch selection seems so much so part of his game when he's going well, and when he's seeing it well, he's so dangerous every time up there.
Insert that into every player that you mentioned, right? Like Jackson is I heard you guys on the broadcast yesterday, Tony in particular, talking about the pitch selection from Jackson Merrill. And Manny too. Like all the big dogs, they got to swing at the right pitches to get to accomplish what they want to accomplish. It's standard.
The game is too hard.
It's so hard.
And with these velocities and the spin, if you are, swinging outside of the zone, and listen, I get it. It's easier said than done, but you're done. You're toast.
One of my favorite Tonyisms is chocolate mousse. Looks so good, so bad for you on that high heater that they all seem to swing at from time to time. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword because we heard from Jackson as well. If you're trying too hard to command the zone and lay off the close pitches, you can lose some of that aggression and some of your swing. And Tony, I think we saw that with Jackson. Last couple of days haven't been great, but he was so hot, and he wasn't necessarily laying off everything out of the zone. He was just feeling it and hitting some of those pitches that were up that he was missing earlier in the year.
Yeah, but it started with him hacking at pitches in the zone, and then he got into a groove, and then it became a little bit easier to get to the pitches that were pitchers' pitches. I just think that for Jackson, it really has been that simple. Now, in yesterday's game, he got some pitches in the middle of the plate, and he was just off. That's going to happen from time to time. But I think for the most part, when he is in the zone, good things happen. It doesn't mean he's going to get a hit every time, but it gives himself a better chance to be as hot as he was. And I just think, it can go for everybody, as Wood said, but especially for Jackson. When the first, 2 games of that series against the Mets, I don't know that they threw him very many strikes, and they had some ton of success. Now that part starts to trickle into your head as a hitter, and now you're a little cautious, and so he just has to kind of the off day came at honestly a perfect time for him, kind of reset, come home, and get some home.
Isn't it like golf, Woodsy? Like you can shoot 78 or something, 88, whatever's a great score for you, and then the next day on the third hole, hit one shot and spray it. And now for the next month, you can't figure it out.
That's all you're thinking about. And
you've been great for a long time.
Certainly. And that sport there. I mean, did you ever see when you were playing or, everyone had the book on your dad? Just throw him a fastball, let him take his single and maybe a double and move on to the next guy, try to get him. I'm not going to waste 15 pitches on Tony Gwynn because he's going to get me. Like the book on Jackson Merrill, what do you think it says right now? Just don't throw him a strike?
Don't throw him a strike. Yeah. Get it out of the zone. See if he's going to be disciplined to take his walk or to just not swing in those particular counts until you make a mistake. And why he's too dangerous not to try that at this point.
Right.
You can't just make pitches in the zone to Jackson and think that it's going to be all good because as we saw for the previous 2-3 weeks,
it was unbelievable.
It was not good for opposing pitchers.
No.
Now the book on Tatis always seemed to be bust him inside. A lot of teams obviously pitched him in. Have you seen anything different lately, Tony, there?
One of the things I've seen there is, aside from Toddy cleaning up whatever he needed to clean up mechanically, he's not giving the ground that he used to do. Like they used to throw that ball in and I'm talking about ones that weren't necessarily the ones where he actually has to kind of do the matrix and get out of the way of the ball, right? There's a mentality as a hitter that you can't concede too much ground in here because once they get you moving this way, now it just opens up everything away. And what I've seen from Toddy is there's less of that movement, and it's almost like this is my territory, I'm commanding it. And what we've seen also is these long at bats. Like he can be 1-2, lays off the slider away. All of a sudden, it's getting tight for that pitcher up there, and they've made mistakes, and he's made them pay. And I think that's the kind of evolution I think we've seen from Toddy this year. Forget the home run part, but when he gets behind, he's making these pitchers have to earn their out. And I think that's the way it's got to be for him.
It's our Epic Padres Roundtable, sponsored by Epic Wings, always fresh, never frozen. And I am very jealous of Tony because you were in the building for that catch on Tuesday. And I mean, that's one that's going to live forever. We're going to see that on highlight reels at Petco Park for years and years and years. take us through kind of your just perspective from the booth at Citi Field. And we certainly heard the call with you and Jesse, which was
We're going to hear his
phenomenal.
reaction on the Gwynn Chris show for years and years as well.
Oh, we played it too. It was
I just
awesome.
want you to know.
That was very
That's
much.
going to live on also, Ben.
That was very much like being at the house with your buddies, watching the game and like talking it through in real life. That's what happened on the broadcast. But I've been blessed with like good eyes, and so although New York is not the greatest booth because we're kind of tucked underneath the overhang, and that corner can get blind, I did see him go up, and like you could see his glove, you see the ball go in his glove, and at that point, the only thing that threw me off, because when he landed, his hat, I thought he spiked his hat in disappointment. So although I know my eyes saw the ball go in the glove, him spiking his hat was like, did it fall out? And then after like a split second, I realized, oh, he's just like he's living in the moment right now. He caught that ball. It was. I thought the play at Petco Park was ridiculous. This one was way better.
Plus, we had just seen the one for Jackson where the ball did go in his glove.
Yeah.
And it came out of his glove before he got it over the fence again. So you can never be 100% sure until you see that baseball.
I mean, the best part was the New York crowd. They saw it, I think, better than everybody, because it was just, you could just feel the energy get sucked out of the stadium when he came down. And then he spun the ball up in the air.
Unbelievable.
Amazing stuff.
That's great.
All right, so Craig Stammen has been pretty consistent all year long, saying he wants the Padres to keep being aggressive. All right, I'm fine with that, despite what happened on Monday in New York. So, guys, Braden, I'll start with you. How aggressive do you think the Padres should want to be on the base paths? And where do we draw the line between aggressiveness and recklessness on the base paths?
I doing the work with USD baseball. They got a philosophy of, if we're going to fail aggressively. And to me, if you're going to have that philosophy, which it sounds like the Padres do, you're going to be aggressive. And those are going to be the days that it doesn't work, because sometimes it doesn't work. But, you can't change who you are because you're not getting a couple of results that you're getting. I do find, some of the base running for the Padres this season in certain situations have been close to reckless, but I thought in terms of the three sends, the only one that didn't make sense was only on the situation, and that's the Jake Cronenworth one, because one, he had to pause to see if the ball landed. Two, you just got 4 hits in a row off McLean, who looked like he was struggling at that point. Your offense has been hitting well. I think you got to trust your guys to swing right there. That would be the only mistake. The second one, there's 2 outs. I mean, more than likely, you got to send Manny. I know he's not one of the fastest guys in the world, but at that point, that's kind of a hang with him. And then the third one, Xander thought he had it, right? Like Xander said in the post game, I thought I had it. I thought I had a good jump. I looked. I thought I could go. I probably should have stayed. But like, if you're teaching your guys to be aggressive, that's what you want out of Xander Bogaerts. You want to be like, I got this. I'm going to go after it. So unfortunately, the aggressiveness is great. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the other teams, but sometimes it's not going to work out. But what they did was they forced the Mets to make great plays, and the Mets did. And sometimes you got to tip your cap to the Mets making some pretty remarkable plays on that. So I'm not overly upset with the way that they handled that. If they want to be an aggressive team, I think they played like an aggressive team.
Chris, it's such a double-edged sword, because I think making outs on the base paths is the biggest escape hatch sometimes for other teams, and it just deflates the whole game occasionally when you feel like you had all the momentum and you just gave it up on the base paths. But I tend to agree with what Braden said as well. You're going to be aggressive. Overall, that's going to be a much more positive than negative in the long run.
I always think you got to make the other team make plays. I want to just use Xander, though, as an example of what I look at. And what I look at is not whether you're safe or out. What I look at is, was it a good time to take that chance? Xander trying to score with 2 outs on a base hit was a good time to take that chance. If he stops at third, the odds of the next batter getting him home with 2 outs are no better than 35 to 40%. I'd rather have him try it. And he was out, but I thought it was a good play. Yesterday, he lined one off the fence in left field. They were losing 2-0 at the time. He stopped for whatever reason when he came around first base. And then Man, I think I'll try it. Well, he would have been out by maybe 10 feet if the throw was on point. He made it. He was safe. But I didn't think that was smart because they were behind and that was not a time to take a risk. So I think it's aggressiveness is timing as much as anything.
I think that in that particular one, I think it was just a good read. He saw that I can't remember who was Beatty in left.
Beatty was in left.
Beatty fielded it and he was going to stop and then he fumbled it. And that's when he took off and got the extra base. So I think that one was a good read. As it pertains to the 3 home plate outs, I think Braden's right. I know he's right because Bob Henley said he was right in terms of that's the one he wanted back was that first one. He didn't recognize that Jake had to kind of hesitate because he was unsure if it was going to fall, and that kind of killed him from being going home. But I think the other 2, the only issue I had with Bogey was that, Bob had his stop sign up. That's the only issue. Ultimately, it was a bang-bang play. I get the judgment call. He probably never even saw Bob because in his mind, before that pitch was thrown, I am scoring on a ground ball anywhere.
We know how Xander is, Tony. He only sees red. Remember what he said last year?
About the Cubs, about the umpire. I do think, though, that the aggressive thing, because I am a big proponent of being aggressive, but I do think you want to preach that early. And as the season gets closer to the end, you got to start trimming off that fat, right? You can't have guys coming in, pinch run, and getting picked off like that. Those are no-nos. You got to be able to read, on a ball down the line. Speaking of late in the games, you hit a ball down the line and that left fielder gets to it quicker than he should. You got to be able to hit the brakes, get back. You can't get thrown out at second. That could start a rally. So these aggressive things are all necessities, but we're getting, we say 30, 32, 33, 34 games left in the season. You make those mistakes in the playoffs.
Toast.
Those will send you home quick.
Stop stealing third with 2 outs. My God. I mean, we've had so many guys try to steal third with 2 outs this season. Like,
what was Jace Bowen doing the other? He made it, and I still didn't understand. What are we doing?
It just, that's the one. That's like the one where, you're the skipper, the other players on the team are like, bro, that's the most knucklehead move you can make. And I understood it early in the season. The team was terrible. Right. Like, here's the other thing I want to throw out there. I think when we were going into the season, the Padres had a 0.1 chance to win the World Series, right? Something like that. 1.0, like 1% or 0.1% chance to win the World Series. It was so minuscule at some point early in the season. House money, like, be aggressive, take those sends, make them make plays. Just don't do dumb stuff. Stealing third with 2 outs is crazy. And if you go, you better make it.
100%.
You better make it. You better make it.
We talked about on our show, though, praise for Bob Henley for then sending Jace Bowen the very next day.
Oh, yeah, great
very
send.
Close play.
Yeah, great send.
You could have been gun shy on that one, and it turned out to be the right send.
Quick, I want to defend Bob on something real quick because I've seen it about his non-demonstrative kind of send homes or stop. The reason why that happens is because a good outfielder is going to get tipped off by a third base coach waving. I'm looking at as I approach the ball, and so the less information you can give out, the better, right? So when you see Bob over here pointing his finger to home plate, he's trying not to tip off the outfielders that are coming in. So just thought I thought that, and then I asked him about it after the Friday game, and that's exactly why.
Never heard of that, never thought of it. Now I know it, and I feel smarter for it. Yeah,
absolutely. These are things you get on our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable. Grab your wingman, make it an epic summer with their new Buddy Pack. Limited time Buddy Pack gives you 20 epic wings with up to 2 sauce flavors, 4 breadsticks, and 2 medium dipping sauces, house-made ranch, and or blue cheese. A $40 value for just $29.95. Let's talk about Ty France. Continues to produce, sitting with an 860 OPS. So, Chris, should A.J. Preller be trying to lock up Ty France to a multi-year deal? And if so, what's a reasonable price range to keep Ty France?
That is not, my area of expertise. I let them worry about what he's worth. I do think that Ty France is a guy I would love to keep. I've always been a fan, but he's given us so much more than I could have ever expected. The only thing, and I hate to say anything, even questioning a fellow Aztec, But to me, this is a breakout offensive year for Ty France. To me, it's much better than any other season he's ever had. I do worry sometimes when we tend to overpay for one good year, hoping that the rest of them are all going to be this good. But I hate to say something even like that because I've been so happy to watch what Ty's done all year.
Woods, now Ty had some good offensive seasons with Seattle as well.
Was he a cleanup hitter though? And I mean, like in the middle of everything, he's become such a huge part of this thing. I always thought he was more of a complementary addition to an offense.
It's a very hard career to evaluate. The way got traded a couple of times, had a slump in Seattle, got traded, then had I think traded at the deadline twice in a row. Won a World Series ring with the Toronto Blue Jays, but as a limited contributor, it is very challenging to really identify what kind of player you think Ty France is going to be going forward. What's your thoughts on keeping him around?
He's 31.
32. We have needed a first baseman for a long time, and we thought we had one years ago. Signed a guy to a big deal, and ended up didn't really work out. And so I keep hearing every year.
Who was that?
I keep hearing every year I hear first baseman's so easy to find. Left fielder so easy to find. I mean, we got Luis Rengifo and Gavin Sheets out there playing left. We had, you name it, playing first. Yeah, man, it's not my money. Like, it doesn't need to be another break the bank 10-year deal. And I think Ty's comfortable here. I'd actually like to see, I feel so comfortable when he's at the plate. I really do. Like he makes me like, I see him come up and I'm like, I don't feel that way about Manny right now. Cause Manny, he goes, in waves. Ty's just been very solid. Yeah. I'd love to have him here, man. He picks it, and seems to be a really good teammate and fits in to the culture here really, really well. 3-year deal would be great.
Braden, what about you? You usually like the hometown guys, Aztec.
I do.
Around.
I think a lot of the evaluation needs to be sometimes you got to say thanks for the memories and then move on in terms of money. So I think this is a loaded question because one, we don't know how much money the new ownership's going to spend, right? So we don't know, if they have it in the budget, if they're trying to, operate like the Padres have the last couple of years, are you willing to give Ty France over 2 years? To me, I think he'd get a Ryan O'Hearn deal because he's actually been better than Ryan O'Hearn over the course of his career. Ryan is 1 year older than Ty, and they have had very similar career paths. We broke this down on my show, and he got 14 something a year with Pittsburgh. So. And Ty's a way better he's a way better defender, right? He actually he's more consistent with his average. O'Hearn, I think, has 2 more home runs in his career than Ty does. And if O'Hearn got like 14 point whatever it was, I would imagine somebody's willing to pay Ty something close to that. So if you think what Ty is doing is sustainable and you think he could be a centerpiece and that's worth $14 to $15 million on your roster, then I say do it. If you don't, I wouldn't be surprised if the Padres move on. But again, I said this and I had somebody call in and be like, I totally disagree. I'd love to have Ty in this team. And I'm like, well, that's not what I said. I would love to have Ty France a part of this team. I just don't know when you start breaking down the finances compared to his age and everything, if it makes sense in terms of what the Padres are trying to do. If they believe that it's worth it on that standpoint, then yeah, by all means, sign Ty France.
How do you get somebody to take a Max Muncy deal? Win a World Series, he makes $10 million a year. I mean, he probably screws over a lot of other third basemen by signing those deals, right? I'm sure Manny and those guys got their big deals, but the guys coming up like, man, this guy's one of the top performers. He's a postseason hero, and he's like, I'll do it for 10, right? Like literally, I think he makes $10 million a year, which is crazy to me.
This could be a time for Ty to cash in too, right?
It's an interesting comp though, because Muncy had a couple of really down seasons.
I was about to say we have this like short-term memory loss where yes, Muncy had like 2 bad, maybe 3 bad seasons.
But he had some monster years, and in the postseason, who's better than that guy?
No doubt. But I'm just saying, in terms of getting paydays, the postseason is like down on the list in terms of why you paying somebody.
By the way, his contract goes down to $7 million next year. I mean, again, like. We've seen worse third basemen get bigger deals than $10 million a year, though.
I don't know. I think in terms of the question of Ty, I think it's a no-brainer because I don't think it's going to cost you a ton of money. And quite frankly, I think that's all of our problems. We start trying to do the salaries.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, do you want him as your first baseman? Can he help you moving forward? I think the answer is yes. I think this year he's like 37 RBIs away from. I don't think he's going to reach his career high in RBIs. He's going to probably surpass his career high in homers, but he's doing it in he's had far more at bats in Seattle and been able to prove he can be a guy. I think he had to iron out some swing mechanics that he talked about at the beginning of the season. I think this is the real version of him. So 2-year deal, 3-year deal, I think you can swing that.
Man, I keep looking for these bad years you guys said Muncy had. I mean, 20, 25, 19, 15, 36, 21, 36.
Are we reading homers?
I'm doing homers, right? I'm doing homers. I'm doing homers. But
what about the rest of it? You can't just give us
251, 243, 282, 212. It's a bad year. 188. It's a bad year.
196.
249, 51. I mean, we're talking about a 19 though. The guy hits 25 to 25 homers a year, and you're like, yeah, I'll do it for $10 million.
I think it's a good question.
Did he have deferrals in his?
Padres are playing
10 to 7. I don't know.
Padres are playing $35 million this year.
It's hard. By the way, it's hard to do Dodger deals because
I know because they stay and
the deferrals are at the end. If you put that money right now, he's not making $10 million a year.
It's just an example of don't overpay again for a guy, right? A 32-year-old. Don't overpay again. But I think he's
so. Don't you have to be careful with Ty France?
I think you do
for one reason. His career OPS is 113 points higher this year than his career.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, as Tony said, he's figured it out and this is what he's always going to be. And if this is it, then he's your first baseman. But if he's closer to back to his normal levels of his career,
747 for those
747, but this year he's 860. So that's 113 point difference. That's a huge difference, I think.
You just milk it then. Milk it to the end. And
you know how much I love the guy, Tony. I want to keep him at all costs. But Woods is right. You can't overpay and he's paying too much.
For Tony, he does seem like he wants to be here.
Yeah,
which
I love
is,
it.
You guys don't value that enough, man.
Yeah,
I think people who want to play here, typically do well here. And I think for Ty in particular, he's having a monster season this year. But I mean, he had to kind of play his way into the lineup. It wasn't like he was given the job.
We didn't even think he'd make the team. Honestly, when they signed him, he's not
looking in.
I didn't think he'd make the team.
I just think you got to value that, and I can't see a scenario in which Ty is going to get overpaid in this.
Right.
In this.
What if some other team offers him
right
a huge deal, though? Do the Padres have to step up to something
now
they're not comfortable
If another
with?
team offers him a huge deal, it's probably going to be he's probably going to go to that team. That won't matter.
And I agree with Braden. If we don't know what the payroll is, what the luxury tax or salary cap is going to be, and it comes down to pitching or Ty France, Padres probably need pitching more than Ty France in the future.
Oh, don't worry, you can find a first baseman anyway.
Yeah, we'll go back to that conversation again. It's our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable, brought to you by Epic Wings, always fresh, never frozen. And I'm going to take Fernando Tatis Jr. and Shohei Ohtani out of the question for this week's Roundtable draft. They're just too easy of answers. But the question is, beyond those two, which player do you think moves the needle the most in Major League Baseball beyond just the numbers they put on the field? Like players that you want to see in promos for the league, like electric players in baseball, and you get to choose one, but it's the draft. So you got to go in order. And I used to use ChatGPT to determine our order. It's one thing that actually I feel like it's good for. So Woods, Tony, Braden, Ben, Chris is the order that it came up with. Right there. Exactly.
A great idea.
Woods, you were first up. Outside of Tatis and Ohtani, who obviously brings in a lot of extra eyeballs from Japan, who's a player that moves the needle for you in Major League Baseball?
Oh man, there's so many. There's so many. I'm such a huge Bobby Witt Jr. fan.
Yeah.
He's from my hometown. Complete player. I love Ellie De La Cruz. I love Ellie De La Cruz. I love everything that he does. I love the way he moves. I love the way he hits. I love the way he throws. I know he has his issues. There's not a perfect baseball player out there. I love those two guys. I don't mean to steal two, but I love watching those guys play ball. To watch somebody and you go, wow, I know I could never do that, but I really can't do that. Like that's really out of the realm of my imagination to be able to accomplish what those guys do. The speed, the arm, the power. I mean, it's just It's beautiful.
Tony, who's the guy that moves the needle for you beyond just the numbers?
Those two are great, and I think if you moved them out of the two places that they are, they would be that. But I mean, it's got to be PCA right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, my guy is.
Look at LL.
My guy
He's so good,
is
bro.
must watch TV on a nightly basis. He's entertaining. He's good. I mean, he's kind of everything that Mets fans wish they had right now. So yeah, now I'm gonna go with PCA.
Braden.
I know he's been out with injuries a lot. I love watching Ronald Acuna Jr. play. I think I like the swag he has in the box. I like when the Braves lead him off. I think he brings a different dynamic. I know he's had a lot of comparisons with Fernando, and stuff like that. But I just like the way he plays baseball, I like the swag he brings. I think it's kind of fun to watch. And when he's healthy and playing, I mean, the Braves are definitely humming a lot better than they are when he's not there.
All right, so I'm up next, and call me a homer, but
Oh boy.
is there anything more fun than watching a guy throw 104 and come in with a great show at the end of the game with the music and the cell phones and the lights? I mean, I feel like you watch a Padres game and you're a fan of another team, you still kind of get excited when Mason Miller comes into the game.
No question.
I think Mason Miller moves the needle in
Needle
Major
mover.
League Baseball with what he does.
Certainly, if you're at a Padre game and the Padres are up by 3 in the 8th inning, you don't want them to score because you want to make sure he comes in the 9th.
You buying a ticket to go watch Mason though?
It's tough because you don't know if he's going to get in the
That's
game.
my
or not.
point. That's
true.
my point. Like,
But I want to see him. I want to see everything he does.
You
Like
root
I will
for him
watch
every time.
Like I will watch Twitter videos of Mason Miller. Like just I love watching
Pitching
him play.
Ninja,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pitching Ninja. If I was a Marlins fan, I'd say, "Ooh, Mason Miller. What did he do there?" Like I'd be watching him all the time to see what
It's
he was
hard.
doing.
That's true for a closer. It's hard because you
might not get in.
might not get to see him, especially Mason. He'll go 5-6 days without pitching.
It was
sometimes.
cold blooded what he did to Bo Bichette the other day. But
103 over the head.
And then the slider.
That's all bad.
Apologized to him and then threw him a slider. He should have apologized for the slider.
Exactly.
Incredible. All right, Chris, you're last up on our roundtable draft.
Yeah, I don't want to open up a can of worms here, but I think it is a part of a larger story and a problem that baseball has. But my answer would have been Paul Skeens. But now, like he's supposed to pitch here next week. Are we going to go out of our way to see him? It's the first time he's ever pitched in San Diego, but he's not Paul Skeens right now. And I would say Mizorowski's another one now that you would buy to go see.
Oh, yeah.
But can it last? And that is the big overall question. So since I went last, I felt I could throw out more names. The one I'm paying to see, though, is still Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber. I just love to watch him hit him up into
the long ball.
I guess I do, too.
I guess I do too.
All right, let's move on to something fun here. Congratulations to Don, Mud, Jesse, and Tony, named the top booth in Major League Baseball again by Awful Announcing. And Tony, you're definitely part of that crew for sure. Here's the question, though. What, in your opinion, and Chris, I will start with you because you watched a lot of baseball over the years. What makes for a great baseball broadcast?
Well, first, I mean, I totally agree with the poll. Second year in a row, it is one of my favorite. I love to watch these guys. I want to say one thing, though, because Jenny Kavanaugh is a huge friend of mine and ours, and that poll should not list 1 through 30 because I think it's a horrible disservice to somebody who is an inspiration for an entire community of young ladies who aspire to be in that job. Jenny Kavanaugh does not deserve to be placed in that spot. I texted her last night. She said she's all right. She didn't pay attention to it. I pay attention to it. I thought that was really rude. I don't want to take away, though, from what these guys accomplished. It's incredible. To me, just inform and entertain.
I agree,
And our
by the way.
booth does it the best of anyone.
Tony, you're part of the list, but what makes the
I'm
good
just riding
baseball?
coattails, man. Honestly,
Yeah, Ben knows all about that.
I'm sorry. Well, I didn't let you finish.
What makes for a good baseball broadcast, Tony?
I think kind of a little bit of fun, a little bit of knowledge, and just listening to two people that seem to enjoy one another. It's when you watch a game, I don't think you notice it most of the time, but when two guys aren't on the same page, I think it pops off the screen a little bit. And so I just think Don and Mud do a terrific job of being able to kind of mend all of those things together. Yeah, man, they're just good spirited people. I think that goes a long way in a broadcast.
Woods?
Yeah, man, don't talk down to me and don't talk bad about the game is the things that drive me the craziest. And Oral Hershiser and John Smoltz, and I listen to those broadcasts. I'm like, gee, and I listen to Oral and I'm like, man, I learned something new, right? But they always talk poorly of the other teams, always. Smoltz, I'm convinced. I mean, I loved watching him pitch. I thought it was rad that he went to be a closer, and he was such a great starter. I just fear like, man, you need to be selling me a little bit. You're actually kind of trying to push me away. So don't talk down to me as a broadcaster, and don't talk badly about the game. It is my two rules for a great broadcast. And I love fun. I love messing around. So
give me an example of talking down to the listener.
More of like
he modern players, like it was always better when he played.
Yeah, it was always better.
So not necessarily talking to the viewer, but talking down to the players.
And rarely do you hear like you didn't play, so you don't know. You don't really hear that in a big league broadcast, but it's what Ben said. It's just kind of talking badly about these dudes that are on the field that are, obviously the top 1% of the 1%.
I will say one of the things that I know I try to be mindful of is how easy the game gets the further you're away from it. Like watching from up top, and I think this is kind of where fans come in too, right? Yeah. Like from our viewpoint, you can see everything. Like, why are you trying to go to third?
Right,
why did you swing at that pitch? Why didn't you challenge that pitch?
Right.
And it's I have to be mindful that, like, do you remember what it was like?
You forget the speed.
And there were times where you were positive that was a ball. You go back and look, you were dead wrong. So like, I think that's something that all of us who are up there sometimes can lose track of.
Sure.
But it's something that we all have to be mindful of, I think.
Braden, what makes a good baseball broadcast in your mind?
I think being informative for sure. I think, doing the time to do some homework on the other team is always very important. I thought, I caught the tail end of, Vince Scully when I was in college. He was doing a Dodger Padre game. And I was in college, and so I didn't get to watch the Padres broadcast. I was watching the Dodgers one. And Vince Scully actually taught me about the Padres more than anything I learned from a Padres broadcast. And that's not to knock the Padres broadcasters, but that's just how informative he was. And then I think so doing a little bit of that on the other team is great because I don't see that team all the time. I see the Padres all the time, right? And then I think you have to have some fun. And I agree with Tony, about the camaraderie there and the I think you have to have that good relationship. And the last thing I have is be excited to be there. There's the fun aspect, but on top of that, be excited to be there. And I think a lot of broadcasters, and they might forget this sometimes. Not our guys, because our guys are always having fun. But I watch other games, they just feel so miserable to be there, and it comes across that they don't like their job, and
they don't like their team at all.
And I learned this in college too. They're like, don't ever complain about being a broadcaster because there are so many people that would love to do what you do. And it comes to travel and all this other stuff. When you're on the air, you take the Vince Scully route of that story when he's calling a game on the roof in the pouring rain, and there wasn't one time that he complained about it because he understood that people would kill to have that job. So the last thing I have on good broadcasts, act like you really want to be there, and the team and the crews that love being there, or at least make it sound like they love being there, usually do a really good job because they're having a blast calling the game.
Can I defend my fellow broadcasters real quick?
You may.
The one thing I'll say about that, and we've been spoiled for about now 6 years with a good team. When you are watching really bad baseball every day, and a lot of my broadcast brethren are actual fans of the game, of that team too. But you watch 162 games of the Rockies every day, and Triple S Drew Goodman's heart because he sounds like he's excited to be there all the time. The human element, you can understand how there could be a game, and you just might be the game you happen to be listening to that day, where they come in and it's affecting them more than it should. So
it can take its toll.
It 100% can take
I've
its
called
toll.
many seasons like that as well. It's not fun. I totally understand, but that's the hard side of doing our gig, right?
I have a lot of thoughts here, surprisingly. I think what you're saying is correct. That's what the paycheck is for. It's easy to broadcast games in a pennant race when every at-bat feels critical and the stadium's full and everybody's having fun. Test of a real great broadcast booth. Yeah, how do they sound in August when the team's 17 games out? And I think my needle is almost impossible to thread with what I want, and I think you guys do it. You and Jesse certainly do, and Don and Mud do it as well. I don't want a cookie-cutter broadcast,
right?
But I also don't want to just people who are just completely off in left field doing their own thing.
Right.
So you've got to kind of be right there between, unique but not the center of attention. The game is still the center of the attention, and I want broadcasters who can anticipate and alert me before something happens. Like, keep your eye on this. Watch this. This is about to be important. And Tony, you do it among the best of anyone.
I appreciate it.
You had me yesterday with the Robert Stock not engaging on the rubber, man. I couldn't turn away. I was like, "Oh, here we go."
I wish you guys could have been in the booth for that, because I don't know what the Mets broadcast was doing, but before he was throwing warm-up pitches, and they got the camera right on his foot, and I'm like, "Yo, he's not nowhere near engaged."
It's like Klug's kid when he pinched against my kid's team. I swear to God, I didn't say anything.
Apparently, the Padres staff were already on it. They had alerted Laz and those guys, and even during the game, I saw Toddy at second base. I saw Souza come out the dugout with the iPad.
I was riveted. I kept thinking the way that you guys did. I wanted to compliment you on this. The way I was driving and the way you guys explained it, I kept thinking Stock is going to throw at Toddy's head because he said something to the umpire. I was waiting for it.
The thing that was killing me was that he was getting the advantage, and it was clearly affecting our hitters from that angle. They just couldn't quite grasp it, and it was just like he could very easily, when no one's on base because the umpires are on the grass, get away with it. But as soon as somebody's on base, make sure he's engaged just enough so that they can't really mess with him.
So he was off to the.
He was far third base side.
Okay.
I mean, not even
close
he was
to the
like
rubber.
an inch and a half away from that bad boy.
That's crazy. Well, you guys did an amazing job painting that picture because
Real quick,
I
want to say thank you for that, because that's something that over time I've gotten more comfortable with. Because I think you on radio or TV, you don't want to be wrong, right? But I think you get past that, and I think it's something I've tried to work on.
It's not necessarily predicting what's going to happen. It's baseball. Know what's going to happen. But anticipating the situation that's going to have an impact on whatever is about to happen.
Right.
And
something to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, you do it. You do it really,
awesome.
really well.
Thank you.
All right, 7th inning stretch time. We'll have a non-baseball question for everybody today. I'll keep it simple. What's your biggest phobia? And I will start. I'm not afraid of heights. I don't mind going up in tall buildings, but I am afraid of drops. Like the
so you're no good on roller coasters.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride and the roller coasters with the big drops. Like I can do the kind of the flat one, like Big Thunder Mountain. I'm okay.
Yes,
it's like me at Disneyland, but the one that goes upside down or anything like that, or even like
we need to catch one of those
Splash Mountain going down at the end. I do not like drops at all. It is not my thing. That's funny.
I'm gonna agree with Ben on that one for sure. Disneyland is about my level of ride. Anything more extreme than that, I am not interested in going on. I agree with the drops. But that's not my phobia. I hate rodents. I absolutely hate rodents. I can't deal with rats. I can't deal with no, I do not like rodents at all. Snakes don't bother me. Rodents bother me. My mom's like, well, what's gonna happen when you got it down? I'm like, I'm calling somebody. My future wife better learn how to deal with rats, dude, because I am not dealing with the rat. The rodents get me every time.
I'm with you on that one, but that's not mine.
Chris, what's your phobia?
First of you, if you need me at the end of the show, I'll help you down from that's a high perch.
I'm not going to drop.
I don't want you to. I don't know. This to me is a totally unreasonable phobia, but I guess that's why it qualifies. I heard a story when I was a little kid of somebody, and maybe it was a parent made it up to scare me, but got their foot caught in the drain at the bottom of a swimming pool and couldn't get out. And that has stayed. I won't even go within 100 yards of the drain at the bottom of the pool.
Definitely had.
That is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So don't go there. No, don't worry. I'm not going there. I think drowning is an extension of
Good
that.
one, yeah.
But that just seems like a horrible thing to have happen.
Tony, any phobias?
Yeah, no, drowning is definitely
water.
Ocean water terrifies me. So you'll catch
There's a lot of
you'll catch
interesting
me
animals in there.
about knee high, and then because I can still control most of
As
that.
Richard Pryor said, you're pitching a fit in the shallow end.
The ocean water, drowning, that's my phobia for sure.
Woods?
Dancing.
Dancing.
Really? For a music man like yourself, dancing.
Oh, dancing.
Suave, debonair guy there.
I'm so grateful my wife has no interest in dancing or ever be. I said to her the other day, we were watching something, and I always laugh at like dudes that dance. I just think it's funny because I can't do it, so I make fun of it. And I looked at her and I go, do you realize we've been together for like 12 years? We've never once danced. We haven't slow danced. We haven't danced. Like
no dancing, not even slow dancing.
Never once.
No, I'm saying in terms of your phobia.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll slow dance,
Okay.
but like she doesn't want to, so I'm good at dancing. If you guys said like, oh no, you have to dance, I'll sing, I'll play the guitar, whatever. I will not dance, and I don't want to dance. If I go to a wedding, I'm so uncomfortable. Hey, everybody, get on the dance floor. And I'm like,
no, not me.
I'm just pounding like Crown and Cokes instead because I get panicked about it. So don't ever ask me to dance. That's like my biggest phobia.
All right, last
That's
couple
a good
minutes.
one.
We'll get back to the Padres. Let's look ahead, the week ahead for the playoff contenders. Padres back home against the Minnesota Twins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Of course, the Twins are now hot in the third playoff position in the American League, having just swept the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies will be hosting the Cardinals and then visiting the Seattle Mariners, and the Diamondbacks are home to the Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs. Chris, I think this is an interesting week because a lot of different outcomes could happen, and you could make up ground, you could lose ground. Don't really know what's in store the next 6 days.
Yeah, I mean, if what happened in Milwaukee this week, I think I should tell everybody all we need to know about the game, and we all try to define it as best we could. But I saw the Brewers beat the Mariners 22-0, right? They tied the all-time record, the biggest shutout. Julio Rodriguez threw a ball up into the stands. That had to be the lowest and most embarrassing game in the history maybe of the Mariners.
Rest in
And we're
peace,
talking
their
about a
season.
team that was supposed to maybe go to the World Series. The next day, they get up and they get 6 or something runs in the first inning.
7 runs in the first 2 innings.
Right. So who knows? You give me the schedule of the other teams. I think that's the first thing a good Padre fan should do. They won't, but they should, is not even think about who those teams are playing.
Right.
Just try to beat the Twins, try to beat the Pirates, and let the rest, fall where it may.
Tony, obviously, every homestand. We said at the beginning of the road trip, I mean, yeah, you want to have a winning road trip, but 3-3 is fine, especially on the East Coast. You need to have winning homestands kind of going forward. And Twins are hot. Pirates are certainly dangerous, but you want to see the Padres have a good week here for sure.
For sure. I mean, 500 the last 3 road trips. I think they split in Arizona. They split the Miami road trip. They split this one. That's fine, but you got to take care of business like you did last time at home. I think that's just a reality. No matter who comes into town, you got to play well here if you're going to be 500 on the road. And, I think the Padres have done that here as of late. The only thing that my antennas are up on is this kind of putting up runs, scoring one. Like, it's not as drastic as it was earlier in the season when it was like, 2 hits, 1 run, but they got to find a way to be a little more consistent scoring runs. I thought they really smoked off 2 of those games in New York, right? That first one should have been a win.
They were going to win both.
The last
even
one,
halfway through, I still thought they were going to win these,
without the error in that late inning, we
back,
got it back in that game. And so I just feel like they kind of gave away 2 games. And so I'm kind of looking at that. It's 3. They went 500, but they very well should have had a much better record coming home.
Braden, your thoughts on the week ahead here for the Padres?
Yeah, they gotta take care of business at home. Like Tony said, I mean, yesterday was frustrating and Monday was frustrating or whatever it was, the 2 losses that they had because those are games that they probably should have won. But then after you go through the frustrations and start thinking about it from a math perspective again, you're like, all right, well, you're expected to go 500 on the road, got to take care of business at home. But it only works if they can have a winning homestand against the Twins and the Pirates, which they are more than capable of doing.
Yeah. And Woods, I found out, is kind of mad that they're playing the Minnesota Twins because
I don't know a lot about them. I never watch them.
I play this late in the season.
You want to go back to the old schedule, don't you?
I think I do. I think I do.
I know because the Yankees are coming to town
Didn't
in a
they
couple
finish
weeks.
against the White Sox?
Yeah.
Last year.
I mean, someone has to
We
play
did it like 2 years in a row.
We got to do it.
It's always an interleague series.
and we're doing it next
every
year,
week.
too.
Yeah, every game.
I just
finish with the White Sox
I don't know.
next year.
Look, I mean, the Twins are a beatable team. Got some good players. Roger Clemens' kids turned out to be a pretty good player. Cody. They've got some good players, man. There's no bad teams right now, really. Like, there's just no bad teams. Anybody can beat you on any given night. So you know how my mentality is. 1-0 tomorrow in the City Connects. 1-0 tomorrow. That's all I care about. I can't worry about the Diamondbacks. I will be watching, but I can't worry about it, man. It's funny because the division, you looked last week, they're so hot, and the Dodgers were scuffling so bad. And the Dodgers are like, cool, we got 3 against the Rockies, and they're right back to where they needed to be. So
it's like the schedule made that.
Yes, yeah, it was crazy. Like at a perfect time.
I will say this about the American League. Cleveland was hot when we came in.
That's true.
The American League ain't looked as good as
they're not.
There are only 3 teams with a positive run differential in the American League.
There's
right now.
8 or 10.
The Twins are akin to the Mets at about minus 43.
Well, the Mets just took 2 or 3.
Even though the Mets are the Twins are in playoff position right now. But I will say this: the Padres have 2 of the toughest American League teams still remaining after this series, with the Yankees and the Rays still on the schedule. So the easier American League teams are starting to disappear from the schedule. But there is still Rockies. There's still Giants coming up. There is an opportunity.
Tony
for
brings
wins.
up a really good point. I don't know if you know, the Rockies have a winning record against the American League this year.
Yeah,
that's how bad the American League is. So.
Just even more pressure, though. So just
take care of business at home,
baby.
Never mind. They got to win all 3 against the Twins.
That's
it. Yeah.
Sweep or die. That's it.
Yeah, and I think the Diamondbacks facing the Reds and the Cubs. These are teams that are still competing, playing hard. We're
Cubs
seeing
are really
them
good
on a day-to-day basis. Neither of those teams have given up. And the
Cattell Marte situation may help us a little bit down the road.
Yeah, it seems like it threw them off.
The Cardinals are still very in it, so that's a big series against the Phillies.
Yep.
And the Mariners, I think, are only 2 out of a playoff spot. As badly as they've played, even losing 22-0, 2 games out of a playoff spot. The division's still within reach, and traveling from Philly to Seattle is no picnic at this point in the season.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of outcomes that could happen this week. So I do think it's one of the more.
Baseball's a great sport. It would really be a shame if this were the last season for a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because everything's just incredible. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that.
Next week, we'll have a new owner press conference to break down on Monday. Looking forward to that. It'll be broadcast live and commercial free, just like our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable here on 97.3 The Fan. We're going to enjoy some of the wings and the pizza bread and the breadsticks for Braden Soprenet, Stephen Woods, Tony Gwynn Jr., and Chris Ello. I'm Ben Higgins. Thanks for joining us here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.
Hey, it's Chris Ello from Gwynn and Chris. And if you like